It's true that I found you, but look around you. Whoa, whoa. Shiny happy people singing sweetly. Yeah, God is human error and pain. People, every something, yeah, something, yeah. Yeah, something, yeah, something, words of something, yeah. Let's sing the title of the song, yeah. Let's say the title of the song, yeah. There was a crumb on my Chromebook. I think it's from a chip. If that's what we do, then I need to open the stream in my browser and press the share button to make. I don't even think. Oops, no, I don't know. No, okay. I think I had an actual thing I like planned for this. Let's. You know what? I'll do one of these, and then I'll do. Two fire. I don't like going crazy with the hashtags. I think it looks really tacky. But yeah. Anyway, pre-rolls. Nice. Poggers. I just realized I can't hear the game because I don't have the Elgato in this screen. I was like, why can't I hear the game? And then I realized it's because of the Elgato and how it's not an audio input. Yeah, that might be why. That might be why. Okay. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, Neon Jungle Tiger on Twitch TV. I still can't hear the game. Oh, now I can hear it. This isn't Master Detective's Archives ring code, and this isn't the screen you normally have, and your mic isn't echoed like last time. Well, yeah, actually, I found out that OBS reset a bunch of my settings and I didn't notice it. So the entire time with ring code, when I had this full screen, my mic was echoing and I didn't realize it because OBS reset a setting and it accidentally like added another mic input for me. So that was cool. How's the game audio going compared to me talking? Okay, it sounds pretty good. It sounds a little quiet to me, but it sounds pretty good on stream, and I can always turn up my volume a little bit. But no, we are back with some more Fire Emblem Three Houses as I struggle to figure out where I want to put things next to me, so I have access to them, but they are not blocking my way, and I don't accidentally knock them over. In which case, they are my. Oh, it is a chip chrome. I thought I got rid of it, but no. Instead, it like just got stuck to my thumb. That's kind of annoying. No, instead, I am back with Three Houses. We're gonna continue, and we're gonna find whichever save file it was. It's one of these says Maddening Casual. This one. It's like one of these says something. Also, I'm using the Pro controller, so you can see Violet running around on the bottom screen. That's just because I realized normally I have it paired to my computer, but I plugged it in for ring code because I wasn't sure if I was going to need to use motion controls for anything. And I decided, you know what? It's still paired to my Switch, so I might as well use it. Here. So we're just gonna... Now we can do this on the bottom screen, you know? I might not stick with this. As I said last time, looking at people's stats, Byleth is kind of slow. 10 speed compared to like Dimitri has 14, Felix who has 15, Sylvain who has 14, and Ingrid who has 10, but she is just bad right now. So sorry, Ingrid, I really do want to use you, but I think for now we'll have to bench her. At least for this map, I'm gonna be taking Yuri instead. And I think Ingrid is the correct substitute for Dedu. We need Felix and Dimitri because they just are absolutely wild. They're also promoted. Sylvain is also promoted. Ash is not, but he's our only bow character. Mercedes is our healer, and she's promoted. And then Mage. Annette and Constance are our 2 magic users for now. Annette is promoted. Constance, unfortunately, is not. It really sucks that Ash is not level 10 and that we did not get him up in time to promote to Archer, because that extra bow range would be pretty nice right now. You know, having 3 range instead of 2 range would be very cool. But, you know, nothing I can do about that since I've made 1 save slot. I do have my DLC boosters, and we have some normal boosters as well. However, I think this is where I use the Sacred Moonstone, and I think because I need it right now, I'm going to use the Sacred Moonstone on Byleth to get +3 speed. So we're up to 13 speed now. With the 5 weight, our strength reduces that to 1 weight, because every 4 strength gets rid of 1 weight. So we have a 1 weight sword right now with the Iron Sword, so we have a speed of 12, which is much better than a speed of 9. Fortunately, the Steel Sword and the Sword of the Creator are much heavier. Steel weapons are kind of a bait in this game, but sometimes I just need someone to hit a combat art and just nuke people, so that's why we're running them. Dimitri, similarly, his lance only has a weight of 1. 1, yes, because he has 20 strength, so he has a speed of 13. Great for him. Dedu, he's going to be there. I think I'm going to put him on gauntlets, and he's just going to box some people, so I don't really care about his speed. He's there with his 18 defense to just absolutely mow people. Well, not really mow people down. I mean, I guess he can with his gauntlets going bam, bam, bam. But he is there to just tank things. He is there to be an absolute unit, and he will do that just fine with his 18 def. His res is kind of non-existent though, so we better watch out for that. Felix, also, pretty good strength. Not as high as Byleth or Dimitri's, but he is significantly faster right now, which is very nice. With his Iron Sword, he will only have 3 weight. He only gets a -2, because... Well, actually, no, it's every 4, isn't it? So he actually gets a -3, so he has a 2-weight sword. Which is pretty good, brings his speed down to 13, ties him with Dimitri, and puts him 1 faster than Eurobeat, just like Dimitri. Yuri, 15. Chunky 15, he's getting a -3 as well. So he has a 2-weight sword and has a 14 speed attack speed. So he's the fastest of them all right now. He's actually shaping up to be really well. His strength and speed have really padded out nicely. So that's been cool. Constance, strength is always nice for her, just because it helps lower some of her weight costs. Actually, I believe she's only getting a -1 penalty on fire, which is pretty cool. I might consider getting her and Annette through sword. I might consider going them through swords, because Swordmaster, I mean, it's a free, like, raising your strength stat to like 14 or 16, so it's free strength. So if they don't get strength stats near that by the time they hit 20, or as they approach 20, I might consider putting them on swords, especially if they meet their reason requirements pretty soon. Constance, I think it's going to be a little trickier. If I want to put her on a dark flyer, I'm going to have to get her flying up. And if I want to make Annette a battle mage, I might have to mess around with her. I mean, I'm going to have to mess around with her. I believe it's Faith. Faith and Axes. Can I look at it from here? I can't. I probably got to go to goals classes. There we go. War Cleric. So that's Brawl and Faith. So I might put that on her just because the strength bonus is nice. Fistfare and unarmed combat are kind of whatever, but she does get an axe as her hero's relic, which is one of the reasons why I like using it. It also makes her a good use of magic axes. I could also just go for the Gremory, you know, doubling her black and white magic uses. I could also just keep her at Warlock forever for Tome Fair for just the +5 attack if she's not going to be using. Because I don't know, I don't remember if Annette's white magic is that good. I really don't. Someone I will have to recruit because I don't really want to recruit people from outside the houses. Like, I don't want to recruit characters from other houses. Just not what I'm about for this playthrough. Aside from the Ashen Wolves, I'm going to have to look this up. So I really want a warp user. I know the whole strategy for this game is to get as many Wyvern Lords and heroes as possible, and then just spam Stride Warp. So let's see. So the only people who use it, who learn it, are Manuela at A, Linhardt at A, and Lysithea at B. And I believe Lysithea is one of the best users of Warp, not only because she learns it early, but I believe, just like Physic, Warp's range is based on your magic stat. I think it's your magic stat divided by 4 plus a flat number. Or something like that. And Lysithea having an absurd magic growth makes that great for her. She has horrible speed and strength, so she's super slow, but she's really just like she's the ultimate glass cannon. One big attack. But, basically no HP or defense or speed. So when you think about it, she's kind of like artillery. She's very slow, and she has one big attack. Unlike artillery, though, she does not have amazing defense. So I'm going to be looking into recruiting Manuela. I'm going to see if I can find the best time to recruit. I would probably say towards the end. Because, I mean, she's probably going to be all on, like, white magic. So, I don't really care. For Chapter 6, for stats, auto levels are very good. Yeah, that's, like, especially important for Ingrid. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Ah. Okay. So after this, I'm going to recruit Catherine and Shamir as well, because their stats are different. They do not level the same way that other people do. They start with their base stats. Let's see. Oh. Yeah. I forgot about that. I might want to snag Caspar too for some paralogs. Yeah. I might want to see if I can snag Caspar. That's going to be really, really hard. But I might want to get him because he has a paralog with Mercedes where we can get her relic. And that's only if we have Caspar. So I might want to grab her. I don't think anybody else has things. Felix isn't tied to anybody. Dimitri's isn't. Dedue's isn't. Sylvain's isn't. We actually already have his thing, don't we? Oh wait, no, we're gonna get it this chapter. Yeah. Mercedes is tied to a paralog with Caspar. And Nets is a story mission. Well, not really a story mission, but it's not tied to anything. It's just Blue Lines exclusive. Ingrid's, I don't believe is tied to anybody. I think you just need to have Ingrid or Dorothea. I don't think you need both of them. Yuri's are tied to the Ashen Wolves. Yeah. Yuri's is tied to, I believe, Constance's, and Balthus's is tied to Happy. Since I'm not gonna ever use Balthus, I'm okay with that. Since I'm using Constance and Yuri, and I believe their things are the same one. It's either that or it could be Happy and Yuri. and Constance and Balthus. If that's the case, that's going to be a real L for me, because I'll have to bring along Happy on that map. But I think we'll try and recruit Manuela now just for the skill levels, the stats. Well, not now, but as soon as we can. And then, Catherine and Shamir, because the earlier you get them, the better, because of how their stats work out with how the game does things. I could also increase some people's stats as well. Some res, defense. We have these basic ones, and then we have our DLC ones. I do have the permanently increases movement by 2. Honestly, I think I might give that to Dedu. Not right now, but I might want to give it to him later, because he'll be pretty much stuck. If I keep him on full tank, he's going to be at 4 movement pretty much the entire game, and that's going to really hurt him later on. So I might want to give him Gale Wind Shoes. There is a play to be made of, you know, like making Sylvain or like Felix or somebody like a Wyvern Lord or something, and then just giving them it, and then just like stride warping and like one-shotting the boss every time. I don't know if that's like viable. I don't think that's really viable in Maddening mode. I also think that's a really boring way to play the game, even though that is like the easiest way to play Three Houses. So I'm not going to do that. As for these other ones, Strength +3 and Magic +2, I'm going to save those until somebody's really falling behind. Like, I could give it to Ash now and get his Strength up to 16, but I don't think that's really worth it. And I could, like, give one of the Magic users the Magic +2, but right now I just don't really think it's worth it. So I'd much rather, just split things up. So, with that in mind, I'm gonna take the pure water. Actually, if I have a free one, I probably want to give him a fresh pure water. And I do have a full pure water. I'm gonna give that to the Dew. I'm gonna take his Iron Axe. And I'm gonna trade it for Yuri's Chalice. And then, let's have him equip these for now. The pure water is because he has the Chalice to tank pretty much everything. I know it might make more sense to trade the Chalice to somebody else, and depending on where we are, I might. But I like to do as a sort of omni-tank for the archers, at least. I think him being able to tank those archers will be nice. And the pure water is just there to help him in case he ever is in a sticky situation, because I think it's +7 res for 3 turns. So that'll bring his res up to 8, which is actually, like, pretty up there for a lot of the characters. Like, the non-magic characters, aside from Byleth and Ingrid and Yuri, have pretty low res, but that would put him at the same res as Yuri. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think combat arts are all fine too. I don't think I ever had to repair anybody's weapons. I have this. I might as well give him another one of these. But I think everybody's good on everything. Annette has the Lion brooch because she's the only one using an offensive gambit, so she really wants that. I don't think I have any other. I mean, I have these, but they increase weight. And I don't know if it's worth it. I really don't. And Dedu can't hold another thing. So I think we'll do this. I'm not gonna save again, just in case I decide I want to change something. Recommended level 9. Man, it's such a lie. Such a lie. They don't adjust things. I'm gonna see. I might switch over to the normal overlay, but for right now, I just want to see if I'm. That's my Mountain Dew. I'm skipping this. We saw it last time. As I try to get man, this lid does not want to pop. This lid does not want to pop. There we go. My Mountain Dew. That's what you heard. If you heard it, that was the. Ooh, you can't really hear it. Nice. But if you heard the scraping sounds, that was me trying to get the tab to pop on my desk, and it was spinning around on the desk. Yep. Oh, it's all. It's nice and cold, but it's got a bunch of condensation on it now. And I'm dripping water everywhere, which is not amazing. I will replenish my battalions. My gold has far outpaced my ability to use it. Okay, so we're taking off Ingrid. And we're gonna put Dedu in. And then... I don't know if adjutants can help. Like, I don't know if Ingrid can help Ash as a ranged adjutant, since she's not ranged. I don't know how that works. I'm gonna put Ingrid on Dedu, just so he can... Because he's got lower offensive stats just because of how he operates. So I'm gonna do that because I want him to be doing damage. I want to look at who has the most protection. That's what I thought. I figured it was gonna be Dimitri and Sylvain. I think I like the rest of these. The plan again, once again, he has a key, so he can open up here. Ash can also just open it with lock touch. Yuri can also. Is he the only thief we have? No. Him and Felix are both thieves. So we have 3 people that can open the chest. Ambush spawns will start right here. Well, they'll start here, but then they'll appear back here. And back here is somebody with an accuracy ring. And the armor slayer... Vulnerary, okay. Accuracy ring. Since Ash isn't using anything, I'll either give that to Ash or... Actually, let me look at the stream. Am I blocking anything significant? I don't think so. I mean, Sophie's blocking something. I don't know. I'll move over here anyway, though. Just so we have an unobstructed view of the game. It feels so empty without the alerts half working thing there. Anyway. Just so there's relatively unobstructed gameplay footage. The Armor Slayer, I think, will be very nice for getting rid of the armors. Because we saw that it really, like, chewed through them. I'm going to actually check, and this is something I'm probably going to give to somebody just so we have it on hand. Marketplace. Can we repair? Actually, if we can forge something, that'd be even better. Can we forge the mace? We already did forge the mace. Great. Great. Dimitri has the mace. That's amazing. Rapier would be better for Felix and people. I don't think we can get one yet. But Dimitri having the mace... Oh, no. Felix does have a rapier. That's amazing. That's amazing. I think he should pretty much just use that the entire time. Yeah, I mean, he might as well just use that the entire time. It has more damage than his iron sword. Same weight, but higher hit rate and or slightly less hit rate, but higher crit rate, and it's effective. There's literally no reason not to use the rapier all the time. Cool. So that means, theoretically, the rapier should probably actually be on Yuri, though. I'm looking at their stats. Actually, 14. That's only -3 and a 15. Yuri has 15 and 16. So he still doesn't break that next weight reduction. But he has higher speed, so I think I'll give him the Armor Slayer. Because I know it's heavier than the Rapier. But I'll give him the Armor Slayer just because he's got higher speed. Their strengths are irrelevant because they don't. Neither one of them has enough strength to to reduce the weight more. But Felix has lower strength and lower speed by 1 each. So he's just going to end up being slower than Yuri would. And so I'd rather have them all be fast enough to not get doubled than having one of them fast enough to not get doubled or possibly double and having the other one be too slow and then getting doubled. I think that's a much better solution. I once tried to play without health bars, as I mentioned last time, but I'm not going to do that this time. I think we're good here. I think we're good. I'm going to give a once-over in everyone's weapons. But they look pretty good. I probably want to repair Dimitri's lamp. Oh, and I want to repair... Okay. So let's see if we can, what we can forge, because if we can forge Dimitri stuff... Okay, his is already forged. Can we forge Sylvain stuff? How much is that gonna cost? Oh, no. We can't. Can we forge Felix's rapier? No, that we just have barely not enough smithing stones. That would have been huge. Dimitri, I think I'm gonna... 22 uses. Sylvain, how are you looking? You have an iron lance. Maybe I have, spare weapons I can give them. Things not being used. Yeah, take that. And then Sylvain. Take this and this. Yeah. Okay. Let's actually... I'm gonna... Just because this might bug me later. I'm gonna set everyone's weapons now. In here. I know I don't have to, but just so I know that everything is set right. Yeah. Actually, I should probably change Ingrid's to the Steel Lance, because her speed won't actually matter as an adjutant. Let's fight. Take two.
The enemy is...
Don't care. Let me mark the archers. I'm gonna mark the... Well, I probably don't need to mark these ones. I'm gonna mark these two just so I know. And then I'm gonna mark the mage as well. Cool. Let's actually have Yuri go after this thief if he can.
What should I do?
We'll have Dedu sit here and wait. We'll have Ash move up as far as he can. I might also want to have people back here to help Gilbert. I don't know if that's going to be worth it, though. I don't think it is, because they're way stronger. I'd rather just... And they spawn endlessly, so I'd rather just not. Honestly. We'll do this to split them up. They can either both attack Dedu, or one of them can attack Dimitri, and the other one has to attack Dedu. Do this.
Here goes.
And that can move here. I'm gonna have a rally Sylvain, or not Sylvain, Felix, just for support points. And then now I just switched him over. I'm gonna switch him back to the bow, so we can provide support for these two, because they'll both, the enemies will both be in range. Violet will be in here.
Sure thing.
Yuri, I want you over here. And then Mercedes up in here. Take some damage. Any hit. And the other one's gonna go after Dedu now. Misses. And then Dedu misses as well. That's embarrassing. Okay. Gilbert's gonna move up. Okay. So... Sylvain. There's no enemies, so you might as well just go here for the one shot.
You're out of luck.
Nice. And then, if we can... See, if Ash had his range, she'd be able to just normal attack this guy. I am going to go for the curve shot right here, because I'm not going to move Ash up anyway. But just getting 10 damage on this guy is going to be helpful for Yuri later. Violet, what can you do to this guy? How much damage can you do? 15 damage once. Okay, so here's what I'll do. Cool, that's not in range. And then I kind of wanted to have Constance do this, but Annette works as well. I probably should have gone for Cutting Gale. Yeah, that's still only 15. Luckily, I can just move Felix over here. Hit him once with the Iron Bow, just to pepper him. That's good for him because it helps him get some experience there. And then Byleth, you're still level... Actually, yeah, no, she's still level 9. Now she's level 10.
Another step forward.
And she got a strength growth. Cool. I just wanted to get Byleth up to 10. Constance can move up a little further. But first, actually, y'all have Poison Strike? Y'all have Poison Strike, don't you? What's his attack speed? 10? What is your attack speed? 7? Oh, these guys are so slow. I can't get the dude's attack speed down any lower. So, what would the steel axe be? It'd bring him down to 1. He'd definitely get doubled then. This brings his attack up by 2. What's his... Wait, actually, what's his attack right now? It's 17? What are these guys' protections? They'd be taking 6 damage each. And they'd be doing 10 damage each because of Poison Strike. But what's his def? His protection is 19. What's their attack? 24. So they'd be doing 5 damage and then 10, and then 5 damage and then 10. So they'll do 30 damage total. Does 10 damage, then he does 10. That brings him down to 23. He does 5 damage, then 5 damage, and then 10. That brings him down to 3. So he can survive. Okay, so you know what? I am going to give him the steel axe. I know he's going to take a ton of damage for this, but I'm actually going to give this to him because it will heal him next turn. But he'll be able to do more damage to them anyway. I'm not going to use Physic. It's a waste of a Physic, I think. We'll move Yuri as far up as we can. And then Constance can actually heal Dimitri for 11. Then Dimitri can run up here. Yep, Gilbert's gonna get murked by these guys. He's gonna run out, that's cool. I think I turned on auto text, which is unfortunate. What are you gonna do? I'm always surprised, because Gilbert, like, actually is taking damage from these guys, which to me is wild. Oh, they're doing 1. Oh, because I forgot, I didn't factor in his perf. I didn't factor in, his, like, King's Guard thing. I can't believe he missed that 70. He hit 4 48s that one time, and then he missed an 87 and a 70. Oh, it also reduces how much damage he does. I thought Poison Strike did 10 damage. Come on, yeah, there you go, Gilbert. If you can hit a 52, why can't the dude hit a 70? I want my money back. How much does Poison Strike did? I thought it did 10 damage. Oh, up to 20% of their max HP. So it just happened to be 10 damage last time. Or it just usually is 10 damage. Okay, because usually I'm just remembering people having 50 HP and taking 10 damage. I gotta worry about these clowns now. No crit rate, huh? None of these are good for me. None of those are good matchups for me. So instead we'll put Yuri here. We'll have Felix go here and hit him with an Iron Bow. Hopefully his crest procs. It didn't, but you know. Mercedes, can you physic him from here? She totally can. She can probably move 1 space forward and still physic him. I'm gonna physic Gilbert. I'm gonna try and keep him alive just one more time so he can maybe do a little bit of damage to the enemy. The problem is moving a net here is gonna draw fire from all of them. I'd rather just keep the Dew as the one taking all the fire and just let everyone chill. To that end, I'm actually gonna rally the Dew.
Thank you.
Mercedes, oh, she's totally gonna get hit here. Well, attacked here. She's the only target. Okay, cool. In that case, I'll move the Dew up. Actually, I could even swap the Dew around. Does your range extend that far? It doesn't. No, I'll just have Mercedes take the hit. It'll be fine. I'll move the Dew up 1 and just wait for King's Guard again. What's it called? Is it called Staunch Shield? Staunch Shield, that's what I thought. And then he's got good range. I'll put Violet here, and then we'll just start cramming everybody else in. If I could try and like fight people back there. Support points. I could try and fight people back here. I honestly don't think it's that useful though. I'd much rather just have Gilbert try and die. He missed an 81. That's embarrassing. He almost killed that mage. Hopefully he hits this. Please hit this. Nice. Okay. 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 I believe in Gilbert. I'll heal him again this turn. Got hit. Please hit. He missed again! My man's missed 270s in a row. Meanwhile, Gilbert's hit 253s. That's wild. It's absolutely wild. He got hit +1 that time, though. Oh, he went for Gilbert instead. Rip. Rip. I was hoping Gilbert could take out one more of them. I was really hoping he could take out one of them, but, you know, what are we gonna do? What are you gonna do? Can't win them all. Great that Mercedes didn't get hit, though. Bad because these guys are still alive. Constance, this is as far as you can move up. Let's just have you attack this man. I mean, you're hitting him point blank with a fireball. If you miss, I'd be so upset. You got magic +2 and drawback. I don't think she had open. No, she did not. So she did not. She did get drawback, I believe. Yeah, but she did not have an open slot for the magic +2, which is a shame.
Up to you.
Okay, cool. We'll move Felix forward. How far can we get in net? Can we get her into range of the mage? We can't. We can rally to do though, again. And then I think what I'll do is I'll move Dimitri here, because I want to be... I'm still worried about this mage. We'll send Yuri back here and have him drink a Vulnerary to heal. We'll send Felix up here as well. Actually, what's your reds? It's only 4, right? It's not that good. I can't really get anybody in a place where they'd be able to attack without getting hit by the archer instead. Mercedes, you're just going to move up here to heal the do. Just because... Can you draw fire? I don't really want... I'll move him here. I really don't want to draw fire from both of those mages or archers. I really just don't want the other archer to come over here, is really what it is. I could get chip damage on him. I just don't want him, like, over here in a position to attack us. Or, like, to potentially aggro onto somebody else, like how that guy in the corner is. So, we'll just do this. I'll take my 1. If Dedu can hit any of these, that's going to make my life so much easier in the future. Please, Dedu. Now he's doing 0 damage. Nice. Please, Dedu, I beg of thee. Finally. It's because he got that +1 protection from his battalion. So now he's taking no damage except for the poison strike damage he takes every turn. Ooh, strength and def and speed. Actually, the dex, speed, and strength growths are amazing. The def growth is good because it's Dedu, but the fact that he got speed and dex is really nice. Or at least my Dedu, because I want my Dedu to be a bruiser and take damage. That's less ideal. But he only gets 5 uses of those.
Sure thing.
What we have to worry about now... Armor Slayer, cool. Is this guy. I could put a mage in there. Like, I could have Constance take him out. But Constance would have to take attacks from both of the other mages. And you know what? I honestly think that's okay.
Skirmish.
I think that's okay. She's got decent res. If she gets another res... No, she didn't.
Witness the glory of House Nouvelle.
But she got a strength and speed growth, which is nice alongside magic. Honestly? What is this guy's range? Excuse me. I don't need to highlight this, because I know that everything that's purple is the mage now. He has 7 or 11 resilience, 19 or 16 attack, and 9 protection, 14 attack speed. I think I do this. Is there something that can give her better? No, this is her best thing. I'm gonna try and bait out the mage with the net. And then have everybody else file on in behind. Felix, I think, is fine here, actually. And then Dedu, I actually do want to wait on him. He's gonna do less damage on that counterattack. Yeah, okay, this is not as bad as I thought. 3 damage, 9 damage overall. Or 6 damage taken, 9 damage done. Not that bad. The speed is really an important thing, though, because everybody starts filing around. So eventually they all get clumped up. However... Oh, this also isn't nearly as bad as I thought either. She's gonna be taking a total of 20 damage. She'll make it through. Even if it's not pretty. Oh no, she's only gonna... Cool. So now we'll just have this other mage. Yep, another... Okay, so he's doing 3 less damage. Please hit, Dedu. Please hit. Thank you. Then that mage is gonna heal him up. Yep. And then what we're gonna do this turn
You're certain?
is
So helpful.
this. And then we're gonna do this. If Constance could have gotten out of there, that would have been ideal, but she can't. I probably could have just taken him out. I could have had a 20 damage spell, but I kind of want to keep this guy alive a little bit. And in that case, I should have kept Constance like back a little bit if I couldn't get her fully out of range. I just don't want these other guys spawning in. So we're sufficiently far away if we can get through everybody. Now we want somebody who can really... See how much damage we're doing? 18 damage? Okay. So if Ash comes in with the curve shot... Although I'd much rather honestly have Felix go for the curve shot, because he's not going to use the bow as much. And then just have Ash go in for like a normal kill. And even attack from here he can't. Yeah, I'd much rather just have Ash go in for a normal kill. I can move to do here, have him wait. I can have a net come over here and rally him.
Useful.
And then I can have Ash run in here. And just hit him with the iron bow.
That was tough.
You know, nice and simple. Move everybody up. And that being out in the front like that is a little bit of a yikes. Okay, they're just spawning in every turn. Okay, cool. Seems like every 4 turns they spawn in. As long as there aren't a full set of them there. Okay. So we'll take this guy out. I'll see if I can get like I can get Ash to curve shot him or something. And then we'll just have to deal with these 4 tailing us the entire time. This guy, once again, actually worse shot because he's at range here, so that probably would have been the play. The do, potentially being able to one-shot him, finally secures the kill. That's 1 archer down. So we only have 5 to deal with instead of 6. The 2 here, the 2 here. No, we only have 6 instead of 7. So we have 2 here, and 2 in the main chamber. Cool. This is the minimum range for curved shot. Yuri doesn't have a bow. I also don't think he has E rank, yeah, so I don't even think he can use a bow besides a training bow. With that in mind, let's just have Constance use this. I'll heal Dedu. And then we'll just have to book it next time with them. What does the Armor Slayer do? Oh, that's a significant decrease. Yeah, so we'll save that until we're fighting armored foes. And then what we'll do now is I want the Dew to be here. Wait. I want Annette here to rally. I want Sylvain here to block off Annette. Actually, even here would work as well. But because of pass, I want him here. I want Dimitri here. Felix here with the rapier. And just move everybody up as far as possible. We're kind of leaving them behind, but I just want to have them up as far as possible. And just fight everybody in this main chamber. I honestly think that just fighting everybody like right here might be the play, like around this corner. Drawing out, because those two archers are now stuck on those side and the other archers have drawn forward. It might play just fighting in this hallway and then just like, because these are all single spawns, dealing with the ambush spawns after we've dealt with other people. Because I know we can box in right here, but it might be prudent of us to... The only thing I'm worried about is mages change, like patterns changing because of where things are. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rally the Dew.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna rally the Dew. I'm going to move Dimitri right here, give him the mace. It's not going to affect his attack speed. It's going to slightly affect his attack. I'm going to move Ash here to cover. I'm going to move Sylvain out of here. Ideally, I could move Violet as well, but I don't think I can get Sylvain. Oh, I can get Sylvain over there. Okay, so I'm going to move Violet here. I'm going to move Sylvain over here, out of range. Switch him to the Javelin to provide additional support for Dimitri. And then I'm going to move Felix over here and give him the Rapier. And then I'm going to have the Dew wait. I probably should have had Dimitri in this corner so he can only get attacked by one person. And then we're just going to have... We're going to move Mercedes all the way up. Have her heal... Actually, no. Let's... Well... Let's have Yuri move up here. Let's have Mercedes move here. And then let's have Constance move up here. And she can heal later. So hopefully... Yep, this is good. I anticipated that. I could have had him drink the pure water, but I decided that I didn't want to risk targeting. Yep. Dimitri takes some damage. The other guy hopefully goes after Dimitri. And as long as we can deal with the mages, honestly, these other guys don't seem that bad. As long as we can like double layer.
This is our chance.
No way that hits. Yeah, no way. Cool. So we just have to worry about these two in the back because of their pass mechanics. They seem to be moving over, possibly over to snipe us. These guys have pass. They all have pass. So as long as their is it unconditional pass or is it tied to their... It is unconditional. Okay. So we need to make sure that the people on the outer layer, everyone is surrounded. Everybody's... Either we take them out, which honestly... This would actually solve a lot of problems. Might as well. Actually, is there... How many more swordsmen do we have? Aside from our reinforcements, there's two in the back, and there's gonna be, I think, two that spawn here. But aside from that, these are all the swordies. All three of them are right here. So you know what? I'm actually gonna burn our gambit. The only other thing I could do would be hit all three of them by moving the Dew and moving up and like moving Annette to where the Dew is by using swap or something. But But I think I'll just go for this, because this will immobilize that second one. It's gonna kill this guy. It's gonna bring the mage down to 1 HP, so anyone can finish him off. And then
What's done is done.
that other guy's really weak. He took 14 damage. Okay, cool. Pretty much anybody can secure any of these kills. Dimitri will be able to murk this guy. And honestly, while I could use a magic user to do it, I think having Dimitri do it makes the most sense. As opposed to having people wail on him with something else. Even though I could have, like, Mercedes do a ton of damage and then chip him off with Ash or something. And he dodged anyway, so it doesn't even matter. This guy can't move, so he's a total irrelevancy. So this guy's the only guy in danger. And that's 18. That's 16 damage total. That's 13. I can do 21 damage to him. How much with the... I want to keep the rapier, though. So with Wrath Strike, I can bring him down to 16. So I could go 1-2 with the do, bam bam, and then take him out here. This guy can't move. So figure out who takes out this guy. Honestly, let's see if I can move enough people to... We don't have to worry about pass anymore. If I move the do in here... If I move the do here, Ash can still get attacked. But Felix here... Move Sylvain up there. Sylvain can only get attacked once. Cool, yeah, so I'll move Ash here. Take out this guy. Bam. One shot. Easy. Easy. Bruh.
I have so far left to go.
I mean, at least he got Dex and Speed. I was really hoping for a Strength growth. Cool. So, this guy's the only active guy. This guy's not a threat. My plan was body him with the do. Actually, how much damage can this do? I'm not gonna... Actually, that's 2 damage. This would be 16 damage. This would be 19 damage. I'll gamble on a 3%, on a 12% crit. Didn't happen, but he wasn't gonna do any damage anyway. He's only doing... Oh, she's only... She? Let's see. Yeah. He's only doing 4 damage anyway. That's cool. Felix can just bully her with the rapier. Rat Strike will use up less durability.
Too easy.
Cool. Constance can just heal Dimitri, because why not? Sylvain body blocks right here. With the... Let's go with the Iron Lance. And then the rest of them can fill in, you know? Mercedes is going to heal the Dew. Because he took some real beatings there. And then... That secures, but you take 10 damage. Take 8 damage with that. Or I could one-shot you with a combat art. Let's just do that, you know?
As expected.
Byleth isn't going to be attacked by anybody, so we don't have to worry that much. And we can just keep running now. Well, not, like, keep running, but... Yep, there we go. Oh, smart. Oh, there it goes! Another crit, and a crest frog! Nice job, Helix. Big 57. Hopefully another Axeman, the other Armorman, runs up and gets murked by Felix. 30%? No way that hits. Bruh! My man really got hit by a 30% chance. Okay, cool. Well, let's skip this. That's our first turn wheel. Let's go all the way back to here. Yeah, let's go all the way back to here. So we got this guy. Is it possible for Sylvain and Byleth to take him out instead. Byleth, if you were to use... Actually, Sword of the Creator, if you were to use Ruptured Heaven, how much damage would that do? 9? I don't think that's worth it. Rat Strike, you get him down to 12. Sylvain, can you do 12 damage to him? No crit chance. Okay, cool. We'll do this, because Sylvain has more health. Then we'll have Byleth come in with the Steel Sword for the one-shot.
That is that.
Cool. This time, we'll have Mercedes here to heal the Dew. And what I'm going to do, what I'm going to change this time, is I'm going to put the Dew here instead. And just move people around. So Felix will be here. Actually, Felix... If Felix is here, that forces... This is actually better, because that forces one of the armor knights to attack him if they want to attack anybody. And putting... the Dew here... Yeah, this is a much better position.
Sally forth.
And then, Yuri, can you take this guy out? You can. Constance, can you move there? She can. Okay. Well, we'll just have, Well, technically, we don't even have to have Yuri take this guy out. Where are people going to be moving afterwards? I think I want to take him out this turn, though. So I don't want to waste somebody's turn next turn. So we'll just put him here. If he gets lucky, and he did not. I was going to say if he gets lucky and has a crest proc, he won't even take any damage. Because Aubin will trigger Wind Sweep. Let's have him put away the... That's 8 might. How much is the Armor Slayer? 8 might. Let's have him put away... This is weight 10. This is weight 11. Let's have him put away this then. I'll keep the Pure Water on him just in case. Heal, because it's experience. Skill experience and actual level experience. Cool. There's no way this hits, and it doesn't. Cool. Swing and a miss. Well, actually, it's a swing and a hit. But, 0 damage. This other guy's gonna go for Sylvain and do, like, no damage. Okay. Oh, well, Sylvain's gonna do no damage. She's gonna take damage. Cool. Ideally, I could have maybe had Dimitri in there, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Perhaps Sylvain as the mace. These guys I'm gonna mark now. And I think, honestly, we just have the archers. But if we can keep dealing with the armormen... Actually, how much damage can we do to these guys? Theoretically. Okay, no, I'm gonna try and bait him in closer then. I was wondering about how much damage we could do if we just wanted to, like, take him out. This puts her in range of the archer, right? That archer is the only thing I'm worried about. So in that case, I think it makes more sense to have a net take this guy out, actually. Just because...
That worked out.
When dealing with... So everything here the archer can cover. I'm just thinking of the fact that Constance can heal Annette, and Annette can't heal anybody else. But, for example, if I move Dimitri in here, if I were to say, do this to Felix, right? Please dodge. He got hit. Not amazing. Constance has more utility than Annette does. Is what I'm thinking. Sylvain, honestly, could probably just take a Vulnerary. Actually, any one of these guys could probably just take a Vulnerary instead of having them heal.
give it my all.
Ooh, Ash just can't. You've just gotten strength, Ash. If you'd just gotten a little strength. Okay. I don't want to use Mercedes because I want her to heal somebody. What I want to do is I want to push up one more row. To get Edge closer to this guy. Although, probably I should pull back because I don't want to extend past here because of the ambush spawns. But I have 3 people that need healing. 2 of them still have actions and can heal themselves. Yuri, honestly, could even take a concoction out of the storage just because he's next to Byleth. And I'm trying to minimize... I can heal characters, I can also minimize... I can sort of heal in a way by minimizing the amount of damage my characters take by getting rid of enemies. I might start doing that. Now, if Ash could get rid of this guy, that would have been amazing, but unfortunately... he's 1 damage short, which is just tragic. I'm thinking, though...
Is that all?
pushing in like this. This is just chunky damage, and Violet will 100% be taken out by the archer next turn. $14 damage. %13 chance. I could go for it. Okay, he didn't get it, but I'm not that worried. The Jew's pretty tanky. He's pretty beefy. The other thing is...
Up to you.
how much attack speed do they have? 11, 7. Oh. Yuri will be fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give him the Armor Slayer. And then I'm going to move Sylvain here. Because her Gambit hits in a 2x3. So I'm just going to put Sylvain... actually, I could put Sylvain here with the Javelin instead. I'm just going to move Byleth here. Put Sword of the Creator on her, because she'll support to do that way. And then what I'm going to do is we're just going to move Constance here, and she's going to use her Gambit to heal all 6 of them. The way Resonant White Magic was intended to be used, which is healing 6 people all at once. Didn't heal Byleth for a bunch, but everybody else got 15 HP, which means, provided that Assault Troop doesn't go through, Yuri should be golden. And even then, if Ash had extra range, he could support here, but he can't. I'll just heal Sylvain. And then Ash, I'm just going to move you over here. I don't suspect you'll be attacked. And we're just going to hope, as long as Yuri dodges one of these. 45, as long as he dodges this. And he got hit by it, of course. Okay, so Yuri's dead, so that's a reset. But everything else went fine. I mean, the Dew missing a 74 isn't amazing, but... it's not the end of the world. Well, I mean, the Archer's the only bad part. The Archer's gonna switch targeting to Yuri now, which takes him out. And aside from them not being able to move, so let's go back to where that was. Theoretically, I could move things around a little bit, and even as much as moving Sylvain could change the order of their thing. Like, even if I go to here, and I move Yuri in first, and then do Dedu, like then move in Dedu, Like, even if I do this, this could completely change
Up to you.
the... Actually, what's his avoid? And what's Sylvain's?
Careful, please.
Oh, Sylvain's got a much lower wood. But even if I just move Yuri here, right? Give him the Armor Slayer. By doing that, I've changed the RNG for this. So I could hit this crit now. Doesn't mean I'm going to, but every time I do that, that changes. The next thing I'm going to do to mess with the RNG a little bit is I'm going to move Sylvain here instead. Hit him with the weight.
Stay focused.
Then move Violet here.
Sally forth.
Constance goes here, she gambits again. Cool. And then
Here we go.
Sylvain could use some extra healing. So I'll heal him up to full. Mercedes is going to get to 12. Cool. If Ash, once again, could promote, it would have been nice. He can't, so whatever. We're going to move him over here. Actually, because of how the Armor Knight moved, I'm actually going to move him here this time. Because even though having them all in the line is a really bad idea,
Down to this.
he still got hit again. Okay, cool. Nice. So we can just skip this. Fine, game, if you're gonna be like that. So we went like this. Oh, I actually have a different idea. Let's do this. But then this time, let's put...
I'll go.
I know his avoid is lower. Yeah. Let's put Felix here.
I'll cut
And
through.
move Dimitri here.
Over already.
Stay focused.
And then I just want somebody really beefy in here. So who has the highest defense out of all the remaining characters? It is Yuri.
Up to you.
Cool. So I'll put him here. How much? Actually, let's attack this guy. He's doing 14 damage. Okay. And then the thief does 15 damage. So he definitely needs more health than the vulner he's going to give him. So instead, let's give him whatever's going to give him the highest avoid. That's his iron sword. I could group... I want to keep this guy alive. Because what I'm trying to do here is... I could take this guy out, but he only has 2 possible targets. Steel Wall to do, and Yuri. What I'm trying to do is making it so there's only one possible gambit right here. Because this guy attacks, theoretically could attack, but then can only possibly gambit to do. If this guy survives, however, the padding will change. And they'll be stuck here. So, what I'm going to do is try and get Felix to be over here just to change things more. And we're still going to Resonant White Magic with Constance right here. The difference is, this time I'll just heal Sylvain with Mercedes. The do is right here. I'm going to Gambit right on him. Heal Dimitri and Yuri. Great, he's at full health. 14 damage, and then now the target's changed to Felix because Yuri has full health. The next thing I'm going to do is just move Mercedes over here and heal Sylvain. I can only heal him for 18, but you know, it's whatever. You take what you got. She got a magic growth, which is great. The others aren't amazing. I mean, yours is okay. And then, even further, is Felix has 3 dots on him. However, only one of them will actually be able to attack him, because then that space will be occupied. Possibly 2. The Dew could also just like run in here, but then that frees up that, and I'd have to put Sylvain inside there. I could just put the Dew here and just be like, go fight the Dew. But let's have, and I could by proxy could move in Byleth and everything like that. Like I could probably do something where I could take this guy out with the Dew and then move Byleth in. I could also have just moved Constance to attack here, or Annette to attack here, and then had Dimitri attack this guy. If this fails, I'll go back and I'll do that other plan, which would be Annette taking out this guy, Dimitri taking out the guy that was here, and then shuffling everybody else to push forward. I just don't really want to because of the ambush spawns here. I'd rather deal with this one turn, maybe be able to snipe this archer with a mage, and then turn around and fight these 2 guys, and then just press on with our ambush spawns. So with 11 protection, he'd be taking 17 damage once. Then he'd be taking 13 damage, a total of 30 damage. Meaning, with how these are set out, provided there's no crit, I could have Sylvain sit here and take both these attacks, which I'm going to have him do. Sorry, Sylvain, you're going to be our sacrificial offering to the RNG gods. And I still want to keep him alive as much as possible. Hydrate? I will hydrate. The noise gate's great, but it also makes it hard to tell when I'm drinking water. Okay. The Dew. I'm gonna, you know what? You know what? Who cares? Put you here. Put you here. No, keep you here. Dew. Wait. Let's just see what happens. After Sylvain. Cool. He's still alive, which is actually good. That's why I thought about attacking him with Ash, but the reason I chose not to attack him with Ash... Nice, he dodged that. Cool. So he has to dodge a second one. Slightly worse chances, but he dodged that too. Cool. So now, what's happened is, even if the archer attacks Sylvain, he's still gonna survive, provided he doesn't get some sort of like super attack buff or something that I missed. But the math doesn't lie. The math says he's gonna live, and that was when we had 31 health. I healed him, and he had even more health, so he's fine. And Poison Strike can't kill you. Now, these 2 guys are here, which is a whole problem. But it's great, because what we can do is these schmucks can all be taken down by these fine fellows. I'm confident in that. So instead, I'm just going to have Annette and Constance just, like, unload on these 2. Like that. Annette, queen, the Blue Line's queen of early crits, just like Petra and Black Eagles. Boom. Dead. Annihilated. Absolutely destroyed. She got a strength, dex, and speed growth. Nice. Cool. Then we're just gonna have Constance move over here. She's not gonna be able to produce the same results because she can't crit. But a level's a level. Very bad growth. And since Violet isn't close enough to really do anything... Actually, Ash really isn't either. I guess Ash could do this. Ash, how much damage can you do to this guy? I'll deal with this guy last. Pretty much anybody could take him out, but we'll just see who. To do, you could probably... Actually, you could be really funny and use Disturbance and lock him in there. Not that it's going to do anything. It'd be really pointless to use this now. Okay, so you could go for a 13% crit chance, bring him down to 15. That would be more than enough for Yuri to take him out. And then Dimitri could just get in there and box this guy because he's an Armor Knight. Felix, I'm confident, could square off against this guy. And then with support from, like, Violet with Sword of the Creator. If we could just go, like, Ruptured Heaven. Boom, bam. Ash, I'm confident, could take out this guy. The only problem is I want to heal Sylvain, but I also want to kill this archer. So, if we look at how things are going... Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Or... we could go for some sort of... Bam... 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 Heal. And I think that's what I'm going to try and do. Ash, if you use Curve Shot, how much damage can you do to this guy? 13 damage, he'll be left with 20 health. This does 24 damage. If I do that, I'm going to use Violets first, because there's a chance she crits. Similarly, Yuri, actually, do you have a good crit chance on anything? You don't. We're going to start off with the Dews crit chance here. Nope, didn't happen. And I believe, actually, if I really wanted to, I could leave this guy sit. He could Assault Troop again, but I could just let him sit and deal with this guy. What we want to do next is I'm going to try and take out this guy with Ruptured Heaven. Crest of Flame's activated, which is just more damage. Not enough for a kill, though. Oh no, it's Lifesteal. So, Ash, if you, actually, if one of these guys doesn't have a Gambit... Gambit? They all have Gambits, don't they? Doesn't have a Gambit.
Got too cocky.
Oh. He doesn't have a Gambit. In which case, I might take out this guy, let this guy live, and use Felix to just take out the archer. I might just do that. I gotta use Mercedes to heal. If not, I would use her to try and... Did she even take this guy out? Oh yeah, she totally could. If I take this guy out, I know that Dimitri and Yuri will be able to take this guy out. But that doesn't really help me. Because getting rid of this guy doesn't help anybody. I mean, he has Assault Troop, so that helps. But I'd much rather get rid of these archers. So in that regard, if Ash takes out this guy, which I know he can, Felix could take out the archer. I'm hoping, anyway. Archer's only got 7 attack speed, so Felix has 12, the rapier, so he'll be doubling. 25 minus 11, so he'll be doing 14 damage twice. He'll be just shy. But if his crest procs, it'll be fine. And I can always have Mercedes heal and then soften this guy up. Because I'm confident that she'll be able to survive an attack. You know? Maybe not 2, but that'll be just enough to take her out. Okay. Well, I'm sure this will be fine anyway. I'm not that worried about it. And how many? We have 3 Divine Pulses. And there's hardly any enemies left. This guy only has Nosferatu. And once we deal with this guy, we can pretty much ignore the mages. They're so slow, they'll never catch up to us. We just have to worry about ambush spawns, which is why I want to get rid of at least one of these archers. Because there'll be 2 swordies that spawn in here. Bam. 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 We could just do that. Bam.
I'm better than you.
Ooh, Battalion Vantage. Nice. What a great ability. Let's get rid of this 2-use vulnerary. He'll be in range, but, you know, Dimitri, he's got 5 res, but he has 44 health. Actually, He does not have a javelin. I was gonna say if he had a javelin, I could probably just sit here and whack away at him. This probably gives him the lowest or the highest attack speed. They'll probably be best against the mages. Although I don't remember the mages being very fast. Oh, they're decently fast. 15 speed, 13 strength. So they've got a decent attack speed. 14. But I'm pretty sure Dimitri's attack speed with the lance is like 13. So it'll be one attack. He'll probably take a lot of damage, but it'll be fine. This guy... Oh, he's going for Yuri. I'm not worried about that. I am worried about this archer. So... have Ash take this guy out.
The fight continues.
And then let's have Felix do this. No crest rock. Rip. Okay. Dimitri. Iron Lance.
Who's next?
Another level up. Please be Dex. Ooh, I mean,
Must keep
I'll
aiming
take
high.
it. Speed is always good. Cool. Mercedes is going to heal Sylvain. The alternative thing, because he's going to die if he doesn't get healed. The alternative thing I was thinking about having him do was,
I'm on it.
what I'm going to do, however, is right here. I'm putting Mercedes out as bait because I know she can only get attacked by
Now
one or
it's
the other.
expected.
And I'm gonna cope that with Nosferatu. Oh, now they decide to
You
spawn.
remember.
Because Felix moved up forward. Okay, well. Cool. Mercedes,
Over yet.
it's gonna be real bad for you with these guys. Less bad with this. I mean, Poison Strike's gonna hurt you there. Oh, and she missed. She missed an 83. That's an L. They're all gonna focus fire her. Okay. Wait, who else did they go for? Oh, they went for Constance. I could keep resetting the RNG on, where was it? On this. See if it's crest rocked. But I did have that other thing all the way back here if this didn't work. So if we went back to the previous player phase, that was having Dimitri, moving Sylvain and having Dimitri take out that armor knight that's between Sylvain and Dedu. That would free up a net. The point of freeing up a net being... hello, Rodo. The point of freeing up a net being the ability to take out that rogue in front of Dedu, or have Byleth move over, take care of the rogue, or just advance forward, and then have a net take care of the armor knight and allow people to push forward even further. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Giving Byleth the speed booster and then subbing in Dedu has been a very good decision for this map. But I like how this cleared. The only thing I didn't like, if we go step by step, was where Sylvain ended up. But honestly, I could probably just move him. I could just move him one step back. And before I do that, let me actually check their ranges. This guy had pretty much the entire range. The other rogue's not alive. I probably could just move Sylvain like back a space. I just moved him forward to move him forward. Just to have him up there. But if I really wanted to, I could probably manipulate the aggro some more just by moving him back a space. Because the only reason I moved him there was to clear him out of the way of the Gambit. I could probably just move him one space back from where he was. And he'll probably only... Or even just behind the pillar. And he'll only be able to take aggro from the archer. I'm going to go over this entire play just to make sure I don't want to change anything else either. I think a net taking out this rogue is still the best choice that we have here. Because that frees up our space. what we might want to do is actually have Felix take out this guy instead of waiting. And then, because Byleth can't really... Well, she can... Did I ever use her? I didn't really ever use her for anything. Instead of having Felix take out this rogue, or Dimitri take out that rogue, I could try having Byleth go for a Ruptured Heaven, because that does magic damage as well. Instead of Dimitri. Then, Yuri could possibly move up, if that open space would be there. He could move up in there instead. Although what I want to do here is instead of having Dimitri take out the rogue, have Yuri take out the rogue with the Armor Slayer. Then, because Felix has taken out the one next to him in front of Dedu, who is currently still alive in this history, then just move Dimitri where he is, or just move Dedu up one space and just block off the wall even more. So I might as well just go to right here. And enact that plan instead. Yeah.
I'll go.
If the mages were up... Oh, he actually can do a ton of damage to this archer. Whoa. Whoa. And you know what the saddest part about this is? If he didn't... I put this on him, because he has +4 phys attack and +2... +5 avoid. And I'm sure the protection and resilience have helped me, this map. But there is this kind of sad point of... If he didn't have the battalion, and I have it on there just for the stat boost for his protection and avoid. If I didn't have the battalion, this would be much different, because he would straight up just be doing 5 more damage, because his personal skill, it's just like a flat 5 damage. It's not a attack boost, or I mean, it indirectly is an attack boost. It's just a flat 5 damage that he does with no battalion. So that could have been a play. I kept it on him because I thought it'd be useful. But honestly, if he didn't have it, he could kill this archer right here. I mean, it would activate the ambush spawns, but I could just immediately get rid of him. He also wouldn't be able to counterattack, which wouldn't be a good idea. But he'd be doing so much more damage right now. Well, like I said last time, put him here with the rapier. Rat Strike will use up less durability.
Why am I even here?
Cool.
Up to you.
Yuri, he'll need to get healed before he does that. So, if he's gonna move there, I probably want to have Cons... Probably just want to have Mercedes heal him right now.
Sure thing.
Not gonna put him there, I'm gonna put Dimitri in there, if he can. As he can reach, he can. As an experienced Fire Emblem is limited to mashing through Awakening with Donal, I cannot comprehend what's going on gameplay-wise. Good old Donal. What a goated unit. Sadly, the Donal of this game is not nearly as good. Cyril is not nearly as goated as Donal was.
I'm looking sharp.
This is also Maddening mode, so all the normal Three Houses strategy is make everybody a hero or a Wyvern Lord, have Mercedes use Stride, and then have Manuela, Linhardt, or Lysithea use Warp to the boss in one turn, one-shot them, and then boom, you've won. And you can rinse and repeat for almost every single map in this game. Unfortunately, that doesn't work on Maddening mode. Nor would I have access to Warp this early in the game.
I'll cut through.
The alternative is I could just put Dedu here. Just have him just be an absolute tank. Because he is an absolute tank. He is just an absolute unit. He is...
Stay
And if I wanted to get really cheeky, I could even put Ash in here. Quick Ash. Cheeky little... thing. Cool. And nobody besides Yuri really needs healing. And honestly, that healing can be done by Constance. At which point... I might as well just... do this. Level her up. Every time I see characters hit, like, get a level above 10, every time I see Constance and Ash and people, like, get levels... Well, not really Ash, because he's below 10, but anytime I see somebody get a level above 10 and they're still, one of the, like, basic classes, I die a little on the inside. I just go, bruh. Bruh, if we'd only gotten a little bit more experience, you could have been getting better grades. But alas. Actually, if we want to be extra cheeky, I might as well. I don't know why I'm even considering not doing this. If I don't use the Sword of the Creator, like, if I'm not using my relic weapon, when am I gonna use it, right? Like, if I'm not using my cheat code weapon, when am I gonna use it? If I don't use it, it might as well not exist. So I should just use it.
Careful, please.
Sylvain, drink this. Cool. I'm just gonna have Felix, like, tank 2 Gambits. And just hope. I'm just gonna have Felix tank 2 Gambits, and I'm gonna hope that he doesn't die. Which he totally is going to die now. But...
Let's go.
that didn't do nearly as much damage as the do. I'm just gonna cope that Felix can somehow dodge this, even though I'm pretty sure he has, like, negative avoid right now. Rip. Okay. So I can fiddle around with this some more. Let's see. This is the same. We took out this guy. Would there have been an easier way to take him out? Ash might have been able to take him out. Is there any... is there a surviving rogue? There is, right? In current timeline, there's a surviving rogue, right? He has 13 protection. Ash has 23 attack, so he'd be doing 10 damage. How much damage should Felix do to take out the rogue? It does not tell me. Cool. Does that look like more than 10 health? Probably. It's probably like 16 health. But if Ash has the steel bow, his attack goes up by 2. $13 damage. Yeah, I don't think that would have been enough. Okay. All the way back again. Divine Pulse is so nice. It's so nice. I'm so glad that they put this in for a game that has Maddening mode in the way that Three Houses has Maddening mode. Where it's just... what if we gave all the enemies characters, or all the enemies abilities that you can't get yet, that make most strategies just disintegrate? And then what if we also inflated their stats to be like 175% of what they normally should be? But then reduce the amount of experience that you got. And added more enemies. And then took everyone's favorite mechanic, ambush spawns, and then made them act on the same turn they're summoned. Because that's fun. Also, the idea that there's a Myrmidon who's doing 10 damage to a pre-promoted Armor Knight is absolutely insane to me. The fact that Gilbert is taking damage from melee characters at the beginning is absolutely wild to me. My man's got like 27 protection. Okay, so Annette takes this guy out. I think we can all agree on that. Felix takes out the rogue. What I could do here is have Byleth take out the Armor Knight instead of Yuri. Then I could have Dedu take out this guy, or at least damage him. 18 damage plus Ash's 13 is going to bring him down to 2 health. We wouldn't have to heal Yuri that same turn. So Constance could still use Resonant Magic, and Mercedes could instead go frontliner and take out this last rogue. Once that happens, we'll be left with one brigand, one armor knight, and one archer. The armor knight and the brigand will both have gambits. However, they can, because of where things are positioned with the pillar, they can each only target one person because they don't have ranged attacks. The archer can target anybody in range, which is pretty much every character that I have currently. Meaning, all we have to do is dodge one gambit. Because as long as Felix can dodge one gambit and survive, the archer can't kill him, and their turns will be used up. Afterwards, the swordsmen back there don't really matter. We can take out one armor knight, the remaining armor knight with Felix, with the armor slayer, or with a net again, and then use a combination of magic and bows to take out the other brigand. The last archer can probably be taken care of by Dedu, honestly, if we can get him up there. At that point, on the following turn, ambush spawns will spawn in this corner. They'll be able to move the first turn, so if we do that, we want to make sure that all of our squishy characters are either in a position where they can only get attacked once, or double layered inside somebody. So they either want to have their back to a wall with somebody else protecting them, or they want to be in a corner with one side blocked off. If not, I'll restart the map again, you know? This will be what, the 4th time I've done this map? It's no big deal. I really do think this is the best decision. Taking a net to just murk that mage. Her rally would be really nice for Ashe, but she's using her action to directly get rid of one enemy. Okay.
I'll go.
We need Felix to take care of this guy. If we get somebody else to do it, that would be great. I just don't think we can. Because we want Mercedes for later. Sylvain really isn't doing anything. If he could take him out with the javelin, I'd use him, but he really can't. The alternative would be, because Felix can move up further, putting Felix here, or Sylvain here, take this guy out, and then just going absolutely ham, taking this guy out with Felix. Which then, we gotta worry about this guy. And then just, like, murking all these people. So, the play then would be Sylvain here, take this guy out. Felix here, take this guy out.
I'll give it my all.
Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, I guess this is what we're doing now. Ashe fighting this guy. Okay, well, if this is what we're doing now, I guess this is what we're doing now. So, do this. And, do this.
You're weak.
And then,
Stay focused.
oh, that actually does not do as much damage as I thought it was gonna do. Oh well.
Sally forth.
Constance, I really want to use Resonant White Magic here. So, instead, I guess we'll just go with this original plan. Actually, we have Dimitri. I might as well just put Dimitri here, because Yuri's not doing anything anymore. Bam bam, doesn't really matter. Yeah, and then,
What should I do?
honestly, to do it. Look at him quad. If only he could do a little bit more damage. If only he got more strength throws. Watching him quad is really funny. There's nobody to support him either. If I had somebody who could support him, I'd take him out. But nobody can get up that far. Anyway. Violet, how are you gonna shape up against this guy? 24 damage, that's pretty good. However, I don't think I have a ranged character that could help you with that. So, Constance isn't in range. You know what? This is kind of a wash anyway since I misclicked. So this would be a 13. Take him out. And then what I'd have to do here, I'm realizing what I'd have to do because of these guys, is I'd have to stride Constance like this. And if I did that, actually, if I did that, yeah, you know what? This whole thing is falling apart because I misclicked and I accidentally double-clicked the A button. So you know what? Whatever. Let's go. Let's just go wild. You know? Who cares? Let's just go absolutely crazy. This man's holding on to a sliver of health. Yeah, you know what? Four active characters. That's 1 KO. This would be a lure. You know what? You know what? Let's just go for it. Let's just go for it, because why not? Let's just go for it, because why not, honestly? Why not? You know? Let's go for it. This is gonna be a really bad idea. Like, I need you all to know this is a really bad idea. But let's just go for it, because why not? Now his crest procs. Of course. He gets his win streak proc against an enemy that can't even attack back against him. Great. Thanks for that, Yuri. Let's just go crazy. Let's just make a bunch of tactically unsound decisions. And I swear, if this misses after they've hit me with who knows how many 35s and 45s, I'm gonna be so upset. No, it hit.
That is that.
Cool. Let's just go for it. You know what? Let's just absolutely send it. Sometimes it does pay. He didn't crit again. Poor to do. Poor to do. And there are ambush spawns ready to kill Annette and Mercedes. I don't remember. I don't think it's a game over if Byleth loses. Cool. Oh, going after Constance. I mean, fair. Fair. Other one's gonna... Oh, Mercedes, huh? That's a really weird decision. Actually. I'm really surprised they went after Mercedes. I guess they prioritized the healer. I understand Constance, because she has way less defense than Annette. But Mercedes was kind of weird. Maybe it was Annette was going to do more damage. Anyway. Now that we've got these jokers here, we got to deal with these guys.
Here goes.
So first things first, what is your range? Oh, it's actually not that far. These guys actually can't move that far.
Let's be careful.
And you might be saying, but you're blocking them. No, they have pass. So their range that's displayed is actually just their full range. Which means I'm free to take a net over here and just go, bam, win.
Choice.
Sorry, Constance. You died. Your sacrifice will not be in vain. Until it is, and I have to restart the map. Ash still can't secure enough damage because he refuses to get strength growths, which is cool. And the rest of these guys are going to body these people.
Sure thing.
This is what I'm gonna do. The rest of them here are gonna exist just to do damage.
Be mindful.
Oh, she has a steel sword. I probably should have changed that. That's probably why. That's probably a big contributor for why she got hit there. And then,
Let's try our plan. Another win.
cool. Cool. Now he can't move, so the only one we're worried about this is this guy. Cool. Mercedes. Make sure everybody else can get out first. Yeah, I should take a couple pot shots at this guy. You know what? You know what? Just take him out. You know what? Why not? Why not?
That was tough.
Mercedes, run in here. Cool. Cool. So I'm gonna deselect this because I know that... Actually, what I should probably do is deselect these. Well, no, I'll keep these selected. Because I know I have a pretty good idea of what this guy's range is. Cool.
I'm on it.
They're all safely out of the way. What I am going to do, though... Sylvain has 9 defense. Dimitri has 10. I am going to move Sylvain over here. And have him take a vulnerary. And then I'm going to have Dedu... He only has a concoction. I think that's a waste. Have him wait. And then I'm going to have Dimitri as well. I'm going to have him switch items to the Iron Lance, because it gives him slightly more avoid. And now we're going to wait. One of them... Okay, 2 more spawn. Great. Great. I love ambush spawns. They're so fun and exciting. They're so fun and exciting. I love ambush spawns. And that's going to die. Ambush spawns are so fun and exciting. They're such a good part of this game. Who would have thought that having 2 extremely stat-inflated characters that can completely ignore enemy positioning, spawn every single turn, and also be able to move that same turn, who also have 2 more tiles of movement than pretty much all of your characters, was a fun idea. Oh wait, that's literally the premise of this entire map. And it's the whole game design of Fire Emblem. Quick! Half the maps can be cheesed, actually more than half. Probably like 80% of the maps can be cheesed in 1 turn, but also you have to deal with ambush spawns. Turn 1 ambush spawns are actually just a maddening mode thing. In normal gameplay, they don't act on the same turn they spawn in. That's something they added in for maddening mode, for our fun. With this... Everyone's pretty much boxed in here. It's really the combination of the fact that these guys, 1, have so much attack and speed, but they also have path. Oh, they have 5 movement. Where are the guys with 6 movement? If they didn't have pass, these would be much more manageable. But it's the fact that they have more attack than the Axemen, and they also have the ability to walk through your units that make turtling not a viable strategy. You still can't take them out. Okay. Well, seeing as this, I might go back on my words I said earlier and go back when we restart this map, because it's an eventuality and not a hypothetical. I think I'll give the strength booster to Ash, because he really needs it right now. The Dew has plenty of strength, it's just that gauntlets, Iron Gauntlets only have 3 might, because it's an automatic brave attack, so they effectively have 6 might. Because giving them the same might as like an Iron Lance would be absolutely insane. Because they'd effectively be 12 might weapons, and that's way too good for... What are they, an E rank weapon? Those are way too good for an E rank weapon. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's something I can do to reasonably salvage this, and I don't think there is because of the mages. I think it comes down to the fact that at this point, I straight up do not have enough characters with actions. Because I have to take out, or at least fend off, 6 people. I have to get rid of this archer. That's something that has to happen this turn. But I don't think...
Can't take much more.
I don't think it's feasibly possible for me to make it through this turn. Just because of the inflated stat. And I'm even above the average level they recommend for this map, but that's because they don't change that for Maddening mode. I feel bad for all the people who see like recommended level 7 on the chapter 4 map in Maddening mode, and then it's just like, oh, well, everybody here is like level 14. That's fun. So in comparison, the levels actually haven't risen that much, because they were somewhere between 12 and 14 on the last map. They're all pretty much level 15, except for Miklon. He's the boss. Let's see.
Here we go.
Mercedes can secure 1. I'm sure Ash plus... I probably have him take out this one. Dimitri finished that. Ash plus the Dew can take out 1. Felix and any one of these 3, or any 2 of these 3 can take out the archer. Which means... probably putting... So the problem with putting Yuri here is that he has the most HP, so he'd be the best to, like, tank on the front line against these 2 guys. The problem is this archer. So even if Felix would be safe back here, the archer's gonna kill him. Byleth would be able to survive from here, though. So if Byleth were to... Oh, Byleth can just... Okay, cool. So Byleth can just do this, actually. Once again, the steel... like, pressing too fast and getting stuck in the steel swords has killed me. For Felix to be safe, though, he has to have his back up against the wall and have someone in front of him. So that would mean putting him here, and then putting Yuri here. Unfortunately, that means Ash is going to get attacked. But pass means I can't just wall them off. Normally, I could just put Yuri here, and we'd be fine. But the game said no. Yuri can't reach any of them. Felix could take one of them out, and then promptly die. We're thinking of 12 damage on this guy total.
Use caution.
I could also just have, if we extend out, bam, bam. They can go in behind and take out Ash. But I could do this.
We'll make our move.
Actually, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to take this guy out. But Yuri's able to reach him, so that works out just fine. Yuri taking out this guy with the iron sword.
Face it, I'm better than you.
And then Dedue, this hinges on Dedue being able to hit his gambit.
Let's do it now.
And he didn't. Because then what would happen is, I would have shuffled everyone in one to lock this guy. Cool. Well, we can go back because of that misclick, and we can try my actual strategy, which I have since forgotten. But we can go through this again. Annette. And then... yeah. So then what I wanted to do was
I'll go.
see if I could just like rush out through here.
Stay focused.
But I might even be able to just do it with Violet. Because she's not really doing anything here. That would free up Felix. But it really comes down to, I don't want to extend past this point. So, the other thing I could do, I can't get them over. I can get Mercedes here. But, unless I stride, the other thing I could do was... if I move Constance here, she'll be able to take out this guy. Which will free up one gambit. Then what I can do is I can move Dedu here, use swap, and swap positions, which will move Constance here. Still put her in danger of the archer, but then I can wall off people here as well. So I might do that. And I might as well, you know, it's the last Divine Pulse we have, so we might as well go for anything.
Thank you.
Sally forth.
Constance moves here. She uses fire on the Armor Knight.
I shall rise, but your day is past.
Dedu then moves here and uses swap. Boom. Next, we can have Byleth come in here and take this guy out.
That is that.
Nice. We can then have Felix go in here. Assembly will do a lot of damage. We're looking at a 10% chance to crit. That's 16. Ash can't do 16 damage. We all wish he could, but he just can't. Dimitri could also get up here. And he could do 24 with Tempest Lance. That might be the play, because I know Ash can do 9 damage. Dimitri, get up there, and there's no more Armor Knights either, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. The Steel Lance does hurt a little bit, and I probably should have used the Steel Bow on Curve Shot, just for the extra bit of damage. I thought about it and then didn't do it. Dimitri running here. We haven't had any of his crest procs, but I think it's a 1% chance, because it's double damage on a combat art, which with a crit means sextuple damage. And then, yeah, I think this is the play here.
Foolish.
And he dodged. I didn't even see it because I skipped it. And then what I presume to happen is Dimitri will die, or
Up to you.
the forecast will go like it forecasts, and if it does, I'll be very happy for that. To that end, I'll do this, which might kill Sylvain, because I didn't check the damage forecast, but I'm just going to hope that the archer can't do 18 damage to Dimitri. And if that's the case, then these two back here are going to be fine. The other archer's moving up, but we can handle that. We're all 3 now. Still after Constance, that's great. No crit. She got hit, but Poison Strike can't kill. So,
The late Psycho 2.
yeah. Felix might even be able to... He could definitely take out this archer right now. It would mean I'd have to fight these guys without a net, though. I could rally Felix, and then... I could totally rally Felix. Yeah. I could rally Felix, take out the archer. And then I'm confident in the ability to move everybody back and move the Dew in here to block this guy off. And then just fight all these guys. Let's do that. Let's move Ash here first. And I want to do as much damage as possible to these guys. Just as much damage as possible. That means using Curve Shot even though we're in range. Next, because Constance... I mean, she could Resonant White Magic, so I'll hold off for now. The next person who isn't going to be used is going to be Byleth and Yuri. Actually, if we want to go for the group lance attack... Byleth, you have a... Oh, but you have Lure. I don't really want Lure. Anybody have a 2-stage? He does. We could have Dimitri run back here. Gambit. Because if he gambits, this other guy's going to be stuck. He won't be able to move. That would be huge. Constance could finish him off. The Dew could just move over, or I could move Yuri up to face off against the Brigand to let Annette rally, because I'm going to have to move Yuri anyway. Let's do that. I mean, Dimitri's... I don't need to use Resonant White Magic anymore, because Dimitri's back here. And if this misses, that's going to be absolutely insane. If I miss a 95% chance. This is an XCOM, so I'd hope I'd hit a 95. Yeah, the speed growth. Dimitri's absolutely insane HP growth has really been shown through this playthrough. So, he can only attack Dimitri. Oh, he's not even going to do that much damage. I might not even heal Dimitri then. I was thinking I might not even have Constance attack. I still do, because I don't want to heal her. And just moving her out of range is the best way to ensure I don't have to heal her. Violet, can you take this guy out? You can. How about Yuri? Can you take this guy out? No. I'd rather have Violet... Well, actually, your Void is 21, your Protection is 11, or 12. Your Void is 34, your Protection is 10, your Attack Speed is 14. Yeah, we'll have Violet do it. I'll have Violet do it, and I'll have Violet do it with Sword of the Creator. Just because if they do decide to attack Violet, Sword of the Creator has 2 range, so she'll be able to counterattack. Just in case. We'll move you back here. Yeah, I mean... This guy's now stuck here, he can't move anywhere. And actually, I want to keep Annette out of the range of the snipers. So I do have to move Yuri. Because I don't want her... I don't want any of the squishy characters in range. So let's put Yuri here, see if we can kind of split aggro. And... since he might get attacked, I'll have him top off. It's 5, it's kind of a waste, but... Annette... Rally. Felix. Take him out. Nice. Crest Proc. Cool. Didn't really change anything, but nice having it. How are damages looking? Things are looking very good, actually. Sylvain can still act. So I'll give him a Javelin. Because it doesn't impact his defensive stats too much, and I'll have him heal. And then I'll heal... Felix is in danger. Hello, Rainbow. How are you? Let's heal Constance. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's heal Constance, because Constance, I believe, still has one more use of Resonant White Magic, meaning we can heal Dimitri later. But Constance can't use her magic on herself. And then Dedue is just going to wait to ensure that nobody ever decides to attack him. Dedue will wait patiently before he begins his assault. Another game dragged me back because it's my favorite head in event. I'm currently at the end of my Divine Pulses right now, and I'm coping that... This is the other thing I wanted to force. The enemy is going to use their 3 range to attack from farther away to avoid Violet's counterattack, which also means they'll have less accuracy. They still hit even with the 59, but it was a chance. Cool. Now, I can kind of keep these guys boxed in here while I deal with the mages. So what I'm thinking is Sylvain's kind of doing nothing right here. He's kind of not doing anything. Hell of time the DLC of this game. Oh, Cindered Shadows is so much fun. Can you choose Maddening on Cindered Shadows? That would be something. Maddening, Cindered Shadows? I can't imagine. I can't imagine. That sounds like more of a nightmare than just base 3 houses. Especially with all the wonky, like, loadouts they give everybody. I mean, it's the final boss, so just total BS, so I decided to nope. I beat it on normal, I think, the first time. Normal classic. And then I think I did it, like, last year on normal hard. And it was so bad. It was so bad. It's a cool boss. It's a cool boss with a cool design. I'm a normal casual. I'm playing 3 Hopes on normal casual. And I'm playing Engage on normal classic, but if I could... This is also my first Fire Emblem. This was technically my first Fire Emblem. First, like, main Fire Emblem game that I played. But... I had played Heroes, and I knew a lot about Fire Emblem already. Because I'd watched people play Awakening and Shadows of Valentia, and I'd watched somebody play Fates. And I'd played Heroes, which Heroes is nothing like any of the games, really. But I remember I started off with Black Eagles, and then used a different profile on my Switch to play Golden Deer, and finish Golden Deer, and then decided to abandon my other playthrough on Black Eagles because I just couldn't go back to having unleveled characters. So I've just been New Game Plus cycling ever since. Okay. The magic guys, they gotta go. They gotta go. They just gotta go. They're actually not doing that much damage. Are they debuffed? Why are they debuffed? Oh, their gambits give them negative... They have battalions that give them negative magic attack. Bruh. Okay. These archers, they're a real problem. I got too attached to the blue lions. That was one of the reasons. Because I recruited Lysithia, because you can do that in Black Eagles even if you didn't have her in your house. And I remember just doing that and then just being like, you know, recruited Lysithia is just not as good as the Lysithia you have from the start. So... I think I want to have a net deal with this guy. It probably would be smart to have a net like fight the magic people. She's just not doing that much damage. I'd rather have the magic people fight the physical people, and the phys people fight the magic people, because that's just good matchups. Can you... Oh, she is so close. She is so close. One time I had Ash snipe a major enemy from behind a wall with Thunder's Volley. Archers are so good. Once you start getting those range bonuses, I'm so upset that Ash never got to level 10 before either one of these maps. I tried so hard to get him to level 10 for Chapter 4, and then I tried so hard for Chapter 5, and he just didn't get there. Having 3 range as an archer would be so helpful for him. Okay. I think, since Sylvain isn't doing a ton of damage, I might try to have him close out a kill. The other thing I could do is, because Constance just has a monstrous magic attack, I could have her face off against this guy and have a net fight this guy. Three Houses randomizer once, and it was hilarious. Was it Guests? I know he had one where he had Tomas and people, and he found out that Tomas's cane was part of his model. So when he attacked, he was dual wielding. You know what else I'm just realized too? After I get rid of these two, I don't know, but that's actually amazing. He randomized everything. He randomized characters, and then he also randomized everybody's growths, abilities, crests, and like weapon skills. So he had all these random things on, and it was something. It was something. After I deal with these guys, one highlight was the Death Knight is the fishing guy. The fishing master. After I move past here, two guys are going to spawn every turn, and it's going to be the most annoying thing you've ever seen. So I kind of want to put a net here. Oops, and I guess I am, because once again, I pressed the A button too many times. So I guess we're doing that. Wasn't what I intended, but I guess we're doing that now.
Doing my part.
Cool.
There's so much left to learn.
Deadeye. Nice. Cool. Not what I intended, but the game has made it so. So now it's so. We're gonna have the NPC with the creepy smile was just there. How much damage can you do, Mercedes? I'm actually very confident in all of their defenses, actually. So what I might do is I might just have all these guys murk this one mage, and then just have Mercedes heal Dimitri, and then just let Dimitri, like, take 12 damage from fire. In the meantime, I'll just have, like, all these guys chill and heal. Because why not? Like, I'll probably have, like, the Dew attack once, and then have, like, Felix solo with a bow. And then just have Violet chill and heal. Because why not? Let's do that. 19. Okay, you know what? She's gonna get doubled either way, and I have a chance to save use. I think Dimitri's dad was a net. King Lambert, no. Can't believe Annette died in the tragedy of Desker. RIP. That explains why Felix hates to do so much. Boom, that's the deep lore. That's the deep lore.
Too reckless.
You can't even make a... I've barely used physic at all this map. You can't even make... It's not even like a Xenon being... Like, Xenon... Xenon? No, that's Sword Art Online. Xenon. It's not even like a Xenon being racist thing from, like, Tellius. Because he's not. He just doesn't like the dude because he thinks he's a mindless drone. And he kind of is, so, like, take that, I guess, to do. Take that to do. Take that final map of Golden Wind, or third to final map of Golden Wind, where he just busts into the throne room, and they're like, "Who's that?" And he's like, "It's to do. I'm here to kill Edelgard." And they're like, "What?" And then he runs into the room full of mages, gets blasted immediately, and because this res stat is non-existent, gets one shot. Rip to do. Verdant Wind? Oh, Golden Wind's JoJo, isn't it? I got it mixed up because Three Hopes has Golden Wildfire. But the thing is still just GD or GW. So I got really confused. I forgot. That's what happened. Verdant Wind, Golden Wildfire, two different things. Why not to do? You know what? You're not gonna kill him, but I'll let you play. I'll let you play all four. Azure Gleam was a route. It is one of the routes of all time.
Be mindful.
It is a story. It is one of the stories in Fire Emblem. But no, Dimitri is pretty fun to use. I find that in general, though, in my experience so far, my big complaint is that Three Hopes doesn't feel as... It doesn't play as well as like a Muso as some of the other Nintendo Musos. Like, it's not as clean as Hyrule Warriors. It feels clunky sometimes, especially with magic. I never really feel like it's a smooth experience. Versus, aside from a couple characters that I thought were clunky, I never thought that any of the gameplay in Hyrule Warriors was ever bad. But there's some clunky parts, or parts that I think are clunky in Three Hopes. Cool. He's moving forward. This guy
Stay focused.
is about to have a bad time. Ha ha ha. Only played Strikers beforehand? I haven't played Strikers. I've seen some of the screenshots, but I also haven't played Royal. But so my only exposure to Persona is just base Persona 5. Well, only exposure to Persona 5 is just base Persona 5.
You're out of luck.
I can't really say I know anything about 3, and I know a little bit about 4. Or at least 4 Golden. Now Ash, she could get a level up, too. I still have, there's another option. Alright, so started with base 5. I think pretty much everybody did. Unless you just really put off playing Persona, because Royal wouldn't be out for years. Yeah. Unless you just really didn't. You just were like, you never had it on your radar. Okay. Bring down to 9. We'll do this. I have a turn. I've got turns. Please, no crest activation? Okay, cool. That would have been cool, Dimitri. I mean, it would have ruined my plans for getting experience, but it would have looked cool.
The fight continues.
He's so close to leveling. Ash, I beg.
You're certain?
Okay, and then let's just start chain healing people. You heal you. You heal you. And... Ah.
Up to you.
Bam. Bam. Oops. Don't retreat. That's a bad idea.
My thanks.
We meet, finally. Oh, he ran straight up to him. He really went into melee range for this. My guy had the option of attacking at range and said, what if I didn't, though? What if I ran straight up to the armored man with an axe? That was a decision. That was a decision. Thanks, guy. You were approaching me? Like the JoJo meme. Okay. So now,
Sally forth.
because I have all the time in the world, because there's no time limit, I think everything that's holy that there's no turn limit on this. Oh no! Oh no! Speaking of turn limits... Speaking of turn limits... Isn't the Chapter 6 map a turn-limited battle? Isn't that the one with the Death Knight and the tiles and the teleporter? Oh no, I hate that. That's one of my least favorite maps. Just in general. It's just not a fun map to play. It's got a 25 turn limit, which isn't that hard normally, even on normal or hard. But it's just so gross, because it's such a wide... The rooms are just wide enough to allow enemies to flank you. Oh, but they're still small enough to, like, hem you in and bottleneck you. Oh, I just realized that I'm gonna hate one of these upcoming maps. Annette is level 10. The other two that can attack are level 3 or level 11. So Annette, go get him.
Gotta stay focused.
Please strength. Yes. Yes.
Change.
Yes. Only 2 more strength, Annette. Only 2 more strength. We're gonna move Felix back 1. Is the one we're trying to save the kick-ass whip sword? That's... I did not mean to use physic there. I thought she was gonna run up and use heal. Thanks, game. That's chapter 4, isn't it? Mausoleum. I think it's the one where we find Monica. When we find Manuela and when Flane goes missing and we're looking for Monica. Or we're looking for Flane and we find Monica. Okay, everybody. Start healing. Not that one? Oh, that's... I'm so happy for me. I'm so happy for me. Oh, I really put 3 Iron Lances in this man's inventory. They're saying, Neon, what are you doing? Why aren't you moving? Well... It's because... The one with the special cutscene with the Creator Sword. That would have been... Is that not 4? Because I already have the sword. Because 1 is the first thing, that mock battle. 2 is Xanadu the Red Canyon. 3 is the Mists one, the Fog of War one with Leonardo. And then I'm pretty sure 4 is the Creator Sword. That's the first appearance of the Death Knight. I thought the map for the Sword Room looks different. It's the... Actually, they don't use that map a lot. That's the only time I can remember them using that specific map. I don't even think they use it for the Verdant Wind Church investigation maps. I think that might be one of the only times they ever use that. No, they use it in Cindered Shadows, where you have to stop the blood points. But that's like the only other time they ever use that map that I can remember. Okay, so what we're gonna do this time is, because we're clear out of the way, I'm gonna do this amazing plan that's called The Game Doesn't Let Me Turtle, so I'm gonna find an advanced way to turtle. My advanced form of turtling is I've got to get all the squishy people inside. And all the hard people on the outside. So I'm just going to slowly move people in. Put Byleth over here. Okay. So what we're going to do... Why won't the game let me turtle? Because the ambush spawns that spawn right here, once I pass this point, so once I get here, every turn, I believe, or at least every time I defeat them, 2 bandits will spawn. They have 24 attack, 14 attack speed, and they have the skill called Pass, which means they can walk through my units. So normally, if I had, like right here, normally, Annette, Ashe, and Sylvain, if enemies were here, they'd have to go all the way around. But with Pass, they can just go right through and attack Felix. Yeah, and Pass lets them ignore. So you can't wall things off. You have to completely cover things by having everybody double layered. So if I wanted to protect Ashe, for instance, I would have to have characters on all 4 sides of him in order to protect him from getting past and getting attacked from a side. Alternatively, you can just hug this wall, because they obviously can't run through a wall. So I'm just gonna shuffle everybody. And just move everybody in. I've got to get all the squishy people inside. And I'm just gonna shuffle down the room like this. Until we get over here into this hallway, I'm just gonna shuffle down the entire time. So it's gonna be very slow and very boring. Okay, set us in here. Magic through a wall. That's great. It is. It's super. Okay, I have to move everybody in one more time, and then we can finally start turtling. We'll put Ash in here because he has more range than the others. Violet here. Okay, I think with how things are set up, we can safely move Felix to this outer side. Then watch as... Here they are.
Here, it's an ambush.
And because... Yep. See how they just ran all the way across? Oh, nice. Crest Rock. How he just ran straight through the opponents? Or straight through my units? So now, what we're gonna do is, use Byleth here. Take out this guy.
Didn't give it your all.
And then... I'm just gonna move... we're just gonna slowly slide against this wall. So we want to move Mercedes as far as she can this way. And we want to move Ash as far as he can this way. And we want to move Felix here. Then we want to move Constance here. Then we want to move Dedu here. Then we want to move Sylvain here. I probably should have changed him off the Javelin. Oh well. We gotta move Dimitri here. And then let's rally Violet for fun. Oh, they spawn every turn. Cool. Cool. So I'll be fighting these guys all the way to the boss. I'm gonna be fighting these jokers all the way to the boss. Lovely. Lovely. Cool. And basically, I'm just gonna do that until I get into here. Luckily, Felix has an Armor Slayer or a Rapier, so he'll be able to take this guy on just fine. The only problem is if he decides to use his battalion and gambit us. Okay, so Annette can move to here, which means 4 spaces from here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, which means Felix runs here. And he does have to be inside. Let's move everybody down. I'm actually going to switch him to... Actually, they have 14 attack speed, don't they? Or they have 12 attack speed. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to... he's not taking damage from him. I'll just keep him on the axe. Annette, rally, do this time, because why not? Sylvain, move in here. Switch over to the Iron Lance. You're actually safe, but you need to block this off. Same thing with you. Same thing with you. And you actually have some agency to potentially get into a corner. Or just take this guy out.
Should I have held back?
Cool. Gonna go after Yuri. Great, he dodged. Leveled up authority. Battalion Vantage once again. He keeps relearning that because I keep having to reset. And... Oh, is it only twice? Oh, that's so... if that's the case, I'm going to be so happy
As expected.
that I don't have to deal with these guys the entire time.
Another
Magic
step.
growth is okay. Not right now, but later it'll be better. So Ruptured's Heaven scaling. Constance can actually just...
I shall rise, but your day is past.
And then... He can't gambit us if we don't give him the chance.
Next time, bring your friends.
Boom. Accuracy ring. Straight to the convoy. That's going on Ash. Actually, I might want to put it on, like, the Dew or somebody. Mercedes? How much can you physic? I also believe I'm safely out of range here, as long as I don't put the mages in anywhere that's too dangerous, so I'm actually going to move them out now. We've got these 2 or these 3 archers left, they're not going to move unless I provoke them. And eventually I might try to bait them out with the dew, just rally every turn with a net, and just try and get them with damage from, yeah. You here, just in case they spawn. I don't think they'll be able to breach Byleth, but I'm not about to lose now. Just in case. I'm gonna put these here, not to block them because they'll still be able to run through, but I'm gonna put them here in order to protect Byleth's flanks. Cool. Cool. Looks like it's only 2 runs. And that, just in case, all y'all run all the way over here, safely away from harm. Well out of range. To do this might be a prime time, yeah, to start chipping away at... Actually, let me highlight this guy. To start chipping away at this guy. So we'll start that next turn. Just have a net ready to rally every turn.
Stay vigilant.
I actually want... I don't think Felix can get out of the way, can he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. So I want him to go back around this way. No point in having him draw fire from the archer for no reason. And we'll just move everybody else up as far as they can without getting in other people's way. Okay, so to do, I want you to stand right here. Just wait. Annette, I want you to rally him.
Thank you.
Cool. And the rest of you, get out of here. Get out. Move. Byleth, you can stand here for bonus experience. But the rest of you, you gotta move. Sorry, you just gotta. Felix, get over here. Constance, how many heals do you have left? You have 6. Might as well use one on Felix. Free experience. She's back up to 20 magic. Or 20 base magic now. I think she had bonus magic, so her magic should be even higher now. We said this move back a little bit. Yuri continued to move up. This one guy's gonna run over. He's gonna swing.
Weak.
He's gonna hit. The dude's gonna counterattack. He's gonna hit. And then he swung again. He's gonna start advancing. The dude is going to wait. And that actually doesn't need to rally, because if he does... How much health do you have? 12 HP? 28 minus 11 is in fact more than 12. Some might say it's even 17. Who's to say? The people who know how to do basic elementary math, that too. Felix will move forward, but I don't want him being stopped by somebody being in his place. So move here. Mercedes, you might as well... Actually, no point in healing him now. He's just going to take more damage. Heal him afterwards. And that... Why don't you roll up and... rally Violet
Thank you.
for support points. And why don't you rally... Actually, sure, why not? Do it. You're not going to get support points, you're not going to get experience, but why not? And the frontliners. The next thing will be baiting out that archer with the dew. Oh, he dodged. Nice. Nice. Oh, he dodged. And then he got hit. Rip. Rip. Okay. Okay, the dew.
With caution.
That thing that you're doing, I'm gonna need you to not do it. That thing that you're doing called missing, what if you just didn't? Okay, my guy? Cool. She got restore as well. Anyone else desperately need healing? Dimitri could use it. We'll just move him back one space. Felix, why don't you move up as well, just because I know you can do damage. And then Byleth, why don't you just sit next to the dude for that bonus experience? We'll wait, the other archer's gonna start moving forward. Hopefully we can clear this guy. Another 8 from Poison Strike. Another miss! He's missed 273s now. Okay. His battalion's maxed out though. Okay, okay. Enough is enough. Enough's enough. Ash isn't close enough. Okay, did you?
What
Listen.
should I do?
Listen. Listen, buddy. Listen, bud. Listen, buddy, old pal. I don't have a lot of I don't have a lot of options when it comes to you, my friend. So what I'm gonna have to do is have you sit here again. And your friends are gonna have to go off into battle. They might want to consult the potion seller to get their strongest potions because they're heading into battle. Let's hope they can handle his strongest potions. Anyway, Felix, do that thing that you do.
Another win.
Cool. Now, we basically just have to worry about this guy, and I'm not that worried at all. In fact, I'd go as so far as to say that I'm completely
I appreciate it.
self-assured in my own victory. And you might be saying, but Neon, what about phase 2? And to that I say, shh. Oh, it wasn't, I didn't really see it getting picked up in OBS. Just don't talk about it.
Give up.
Nice, he leveled up. He got a magic growth.
Improved.
My man got a magic growth. Mage do. Time for Mage do. Okay. Who needs experience? It's Ash. It's always Ash. He never has enough experience. I'm willing to give him 13 damage. If we can get this fine fellow down to 13. What do you say? What do you say? Any of you get him to a respectable amount of HP so Ash can have his day? Well, I know technically he can do 15 damage. Fine. Fine. Actually. Well, okay, fine. 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 Use that Steel Lance, Dimitri. I guess Ash will just have to secure this kill without Byla there to get that bonus experience.
I must steel myself.
You must steel yourself, Ash. You can finally promote. I'm putting you straight into... I know I was talking about him being an archer. I'm putting him straight into Brigand. I'm doing something about his 13th strength. I'm putting him into Brigand.
Proceed with caution.
He's gonna go into Brigand. He's gonna get those stat points. I'll live with him only having 2 range. And he's gonna get Death Blow. He's getting Death Blow. I'm not playing this game with Ash, but he's like 5 strength points behind every other physical character. I know that's an inevitability because he's an archer and that's just how archers are. But I will do everything in my power for that not to happen. I want an archer that can actually do damage. And I'm not willing to let RNG take it away from me. So now we start the really boring part that's slowly encroaching on... Oh, this is something else I noticed. This counts as outside, apparently. This map technically counts as an outdoor map, which I always thought was really weird, because there's nothing that says outdoors like the inside of a fortified tower. But... Oh wait, no, it counts as indoors. Right. I got that confused. Concentrates the sun. There's some really interesting ones that count for
What should
how
I
things
do?
are. I guess like heavily wooded maps sometimes count as indoors, quote unquote, because of the shade from the trees. Luckily, The game has seen fit to give us quite a few armor weapons. We actually have 3 characters with armor effectiveness. Dimitri has that mace we got from the trash pit. Felix has the rapier I think we just bought. And Yuri has the armor slayer from this map. We will continue to move forward. Slowly but surely. Let's rally you again for more support points. Excuse me. And let's rally you again for more support points. And now, let the games begin. Are you ever gonna move? You got 44 attack. I was gonna try and bait him out with Felix to get him off that tile, the heal tile. But, you know what? I'm this close to beating this, and I don't really feel like scrapping my entire run because I ran out of Divine Pulses and I made a stupid decision. When I can just take things slow and maybe take an extra turn or 2. Game's not going anywhere. What do you have? Is it swap? Oh, wait, why do you have swap? Oh, because Myrmidon. Right. What are we looking at? Oh. Oh, dang. What's your max HP? 35? I mean, he's got an 18% crit chance. That's scary. That's really scary. If he didn't have the crit chance, I'd get like a mage up there and then send in Dimitri. But that crit chance is that's kind of a yikes. Not a big fan of that. I'm gonna see if I can edge in some other people. Let me also check the status of my gambits. Okay, I think we'll be good for second phase. It might be close. Constance, how much damage can we do? Oh. Oh. Well, why am I even worried about his crit chance? He can't crit me if he can't hit me. Oh. Well. Annette, I'm gonna try and get you up there. Nothing against you, Constance, but you are a higher level than Annette, and Annette is a pre-promote. We're not a pre-promote, she is a promoted class, so... Oh, I didn't mean to move to do there, I thought it was moving Mercedes. So I will be trying to see if I can secure the kill with Annette, just because a level on Annette is going to be more useful, potentially, because of higher growths. Unfortunately, she can't. However, she does have enough damage to basically feed this kill to any character I want. So I could give this to pretty much anybody. Did we give it to Sylvain? It is his brother, after all. You know, Miklon's his brother. I didn't get Lanado with Ash, I don't think, but... Do we go for maximum emotional damage? Or do I feed it to, like, Ash or somebody who, like, will need the experience? Because it's gonna be a guaranteed level on most of these. Everyone who's, like, sub 200 should get a level up just from fighting him. If they defeat him.
So, you think you can take the lance I'll kill you. I'll kill every last one of you.
Oh, so that's where Dimitri got it from. This must have become a core memory for him. You know what? For maximum experience gain.
Why have you come, you crest-bearing fool?
I'm here for the Lance of Ruin, Miklon. Hand it over. I don't want to humiliate you, but I will.
Best cutscene in the game coming up.
Hurry up and die already. If not for you, if it hadn't been for you.
Shut up! I'm so tired of hearing that. You've always blamed me for something that isn't my fault.
Ooh. Oh, that was almost 2 full levels. Okay. It was an okay level. Nothing to write home about.
Not bad for your kind. A bunch of spoiled, rotten children.
No, Miklon, you can't handle the power of Gay Bulg. You don't have a crest. You're not Kukulin.
What the hell?
I kind of wish the relics were more like engaging in engage. I kind of wish they were that strong, like in gameplay. Like they were if they were kind of like the holy weapons in Genealogy. I know that the holy weapons in Genealogy were absolutely busted, but it would have been kind of cool to see stuff like that in Three Houses. You know, because the hero's relics are supposed to be super strong. Also, yes, he did just turn into a big monster man. He did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. The monster mash.
What the? Miklon! Is that you?
That form. Oh my. Is this your first time fighting such a thing? Then listen well to what I say.
Actually, this isn't. It's not even my first time fighting this particular monster. So I'll have you know, I've fought him at least 7 times.
An evil.
So, this is the power of a hero's relic. To create such a sinister beast. It's gone too far. I fear all we can do now is put an end to it.
Dimitri got the short end of the stick with some of the sprites, I feel like. He's got some very unnatural, like, eye positioning in some of them, where he just has some very strange expressions. Anyway, here's our fun boy, the Black Beast. So, you know, what is he weak to right now? Hit say. Barrier, vital defense. No. Well, yeah, I don't take too kindly to the specific scenario we found ourselves in, so I'm gonna do my best to
Well done.
juice everybody up in preparation for this fight. This might not be as bad as I'm thinking it may be. This could end up being pretty nice, actually. Who can say? Who can say? I'm about to find out. Gross. Calm down, my guy. Ooh. Yeah. Huh. Huh. Yeah, that's yeah. No, I didn't know about that one. I didn't know that one about that one, Chief. Yeah, this could be this could be bad. This could things are not looking up for this. But I'm being completely honest. How much damage does Dimitri Sanda take? Oh, only 28 damage. He can survive. Alright, Violet. Please, please, please. No, didn't happen. Well. 37? Bruh. Bruh.
What is that? It's like watching a bad dream come to life. I'm with you. Gotcha.
I like that they use the same cut-in for the crits. It reminds me a lot of Persona. Quick, quick. This is what we've been waiting for. Quick, Yuri. Yuri, quick. Quick. I need you to do something. Anything. Literally anything. Please, he didn't crit. I'm really upset that Byleth didn't crit that first time. That's actually so tragic. Come on, Annette. Come on, Annette. Nope. 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 There's no Seraphim. The only thing I got is the Sword of the Creator. Alright. Alright. Can we burst him down this time? Please, Dedue. Please. Please. Oh, he actually dodged both of those. Dedue, I'm begging you. Dedue, I'm begging you, please. I gotta figure out who can deliver the most solid single blow. I gotta find somebody who can just maybe you just use that on. Maybe we just take that because I want to try and burst him down on that his last phase. I want to try and conserve as many units as possible, so just burst him down. So I should look at maximum damage for each character. 11. 20. 22. Or 22.
Stay focused.
29.
Stay vigilant.
Okay, so I think, as much as I don't want to do it, does anybody else have literally any... Is there anybody else that's doing less... Ash. He can't use his gambit. Is there anybody else who's going to do less damage than Annette? I don't think there is. I have to heal Felix. So I think... Is there anybody who's going to end up doing less damage than Constant? Yuri. I think Yuri's the one. I think all of his attacks do less damage than Constant's. Okay. Final health bar. Let's do everybody else's attacks first. 21 from that. It's 20 from this. Okay, let's see the theoretical damage. I need to do 108 damage. I can lock in Dimitri or Sylvain for 21. I can lock in Dimitri for 22. So I'm at 43. Annette has to go last if she attacks. I can lock in Byleth for 29. So we have 23, we have 22 and 21. So we have 43, 63, 72. Felix can do 18, but he'll die unless I heal him, so I have to heal him. That brings me up to 90. So I need to do 18 damage. Constance can do 16, but she'll 100% die. But Annette can only do 11. Oh no. So somebody has to crit. Or Ash. Ash might be able to do it with a curve shot. Off the iron bow. He'll be able to do 9 damage. That'll be enough. That'll be enough. Okay, so we have to heal. We have to use our last physic to heal Felix. That'll let him just barely survive. So first, let's start with Sylvain. Actually, the order doesn't really matter. Who do I want to level up the most? Honestly, Sylvain might as well go first, because I think he's going to level up just from attacking.
Assist them.
Okay, Sylvain.
Let's win this already.
It's 21. Then Dimitri. With the mace. 11. Dodges. 11. 65. Okay. Do Byleth. Another dodge. Down to 36. Felix. Another dodge. A crest proc, no crit. 13. Okay. Okay. Ash, I don't think you have enough damage to take him out. No, you can only do 9. Okay, so we have to decide who's going to get the experience, Constance or Annette. And I think Annette should get it because she's a pre-promote and she's lower level. Oh, she can't do it. She can only do 11 damage. She needs Ash's help. I'll try to keep as much HP as possible on it. I don't know if it's percentage based or actual number based, but I'm going to try and keep as much HP on it as possible. So Annette gets the most possible experience. Okay, Annette. This is it. No crit. I can't believe none of those critted. Well, Felix had that one crit. But I can't believe with all that crit rate. I'm really surprised that I'm really surprised that Violet's Ruptured Heavens didn't crit. I know 29 isn't a lot, but I find that kind of surprising. I would have thought that one of those would have crit.
Goddess, the beast is gone, yet Miklon and the lance remain.
It's over. Let's retrieve the lance and leave this place. Miklon, my brother.
It's interesting that the game put him on this tile when he occupied these 4. Well, yes, I will save my progress. Well, yes, I will save my progress.
That man, his form was changed. It was as though that lance was swallowing him whole. Upon that sight, it makes sense that your students were upset. I wonder if those relics truly hide such power. Yet even still, that power seems familiar. That form as well, as one who wields the sword of the Creator. Does that mean you possess that power too?
No dialogue options.
You have returned. The goddess is indeed generous with her divine protection. I have already heard Gilbert's report about what happened. See to it that you keep what transpired at the tower to yourself.
I mean, I can, but...
People would lose faith in the nobles should rumors spread of one using a relic and transforming into a monster. All regions of Fodland would fall into chaos. We must avoid that at all costs. Please ensure the students who accompanied you understand that as well. Have I made myself clear?
Yep. Of course. Right, so points through. They don't really mean anything, but... I mean, they kind of do.
Punishment for someone arrogant and foolish enough to use a hero's relic even though they were unworthy and unqualified.
Dang. Dang. I don't remember if there was a good answer there.
That is why we rushed to recover it. Sadly, we
I don't know if
did
there's
not
one that
arrive in time.
she likes. There might be one that she dislikes. They might both be neutral.
The church will formally return the lance to House Gautier, if you would.
No.
What is the meaning of this?
Ahem. Excuse me. Lady Rhea, I am overjoyed and beyond grateful to you for recovering the relic of my family, House Gautier. Now, may I please have that lance? I have received direct approval from my father to take possession of it.
As the next head of House Gautier, do you swear that you will never cause such a deplorable incident to transpire?
On my family's name, and on my brother's life, I swear it.
Very well. However, I have one condition. You must never allow another to wield this lance.
But what if I just give it to somebody else, huh, Rhea? What are you gonna do if I go into their inventory and I change it?
Your brother clearly demonstrated what fate awaits those who break that restriction.
Yeah, but hear me out. What if I want to have a non-crest user via Vantage Wrath Sweeper, and using a crest weapon is the perfect way to get them below 50% HP for the recoil?
Yes. I will not soon forget.
I played Wind one time just so I could get Fail Not and give it to Dedu because I made him an archer.
Is your meeting over, Professor?
Skipping these.
Professor.
I've made a decision to start skipping these cutscenes just now. I've already played the game once. I've already played this route more than once. If you want to see... I mean, I'm not going to skip all of them. There are some things that I know are coming up, but... I probably shouldn't have skipped the one with Dimitri. That might have been important for the plot. But the daily, like, this is what we're gonna do this month stuff. I'm gonna let this play though, because this pertains to what's
As
happening.
I believe you are already aware, Setith's younger sister Flane has gone missing. At present, all we know.
Flane, we have troubling.
There are the night.
The people are. There is no.
The Death
Setith,
Knight.
I think you have professed the night we do not.
We don't have time. We'll make sure to look for her in 4 weeks.
Set it. I'm
Ah.
on the lookout for suspicious individuals. The only place I've yet to check is the library. As you wish. Candlelight. And who is that? No, it isn't. Impossible.
Professor, to do. What are you up to at this hour?
Your Highness, my apologies.
Oh, none necessary. I'm sorry for startling you. I was just doing some research, but I'm just about finished. I didn't realize how late it had gotten. We'd better head back to our quarters to do. Until tomorrow, Professor.
A most unusual man. Whatever could he have been looking for so late at night?
Bass Pro fishing tips, obviously. What else do you do in the library in the middle of the night?
That book is quite askew. He must have rushed to put it back upon the shelf.
You do your fishing research during the day, everyone else is gonna find out. Gotta make sure you do it at night when no one's around. Keep all your fishing holes to yourself.
It seems to be a record of donations from nobility. Arundel. That's not a name I know. But look at that. This Arundel gave quite a sum each year. That is, until the year 1174. He must have died or fallen to financial woe. I can't imagine what this has to do with Flane.
Dun dun dun. Anyway. It's Petra's birthday. Do nothing. Sorry, Petra. Sorry, Faye Meta. We have to explore because we have to look for Flane. However, Sylvain has this new lance, the Lance of Ruin. 22 might, 65 hit. Not amazing. 9 weight. But it lets him use Ruin Sky. Effective against flyers and dragons. Which brings its might up to 35 and gives it 30 crit. And also brings its hit up to 75. That will make him the DK killer if we have to fight him at the end of this map. If I choose to fight him. I'm probably not going to. I don't really have anybody to use the Dark Seal on. So I think it kind of pointless. Unless, of course, it's going to be an easier solution than completing the other objective on the map. Which it might be, but I highly doubt it. In any case, hopefully Sylvain really gets his strength set up there so he can drop in with like a Ruin Sky or a Lance of Ruin like Night Mealer and just like drop him. You know? Anyway, some people got some new abilities, so I want to swap those around. Because some people got new stuff that I wasn't able to give them. Like, I think Battalion Renewal is going to be good. I'm going to keep Battalion Renewal over HP plus 5 just because I like passive healing. Like, Ingrid, that strength plus 2 is going to be so helpful for you. Yuri, you're not really using Reason Magic, or you're not really using axes. So we'll keep Battalion Vantage. And then I think I'll also get rid of your HP plus 5 or Magic plus 2. As for combat arts, I don't think there's too much to say for most of these. Aside from getting rid of Smash. Well, no, she has... Actually. Shove actually is probably going to be more useful than either one of those. Take that. We'll get rid of Smash for him. Take Deadeye. Yeah. These look good, these look good. Bane of Monsters. No, I think we'll keep with Grounder and Wrath Strike. And there we go. We got people who can certify as well. Violet can take the exam. Do I want to make... I kind of want to make Violet a mercenary just because I like the design. I really like the mercenary design. They're both going to result... Technically, they both result in +1 speed. Technically. Because I get 1 speed here from my class bonus, and I get 1 strength here. And technically, those both equal +1 speed. Because that ticks me up to 20, which means my weight is reduced by 1. So a total of 5, -5 weight. And this brings my speed up to 17, meaning that I get 1 more thing to my attack speed. I get more stats here, though, because I technically get dex. I get 2 dex points as well. Who else can promote? Yeah. See, I could put him on Archer, right? It brings his dex and his luck up and his HP. And he gets 1 bow range. But I'd rather put him on Brigand first. Because, more damage. And I have the hit ring, and he's not using an accessory anyway. So, yeah. Yeah. I'll just give him the accuracy ring. Everybody else, Constance can promote as well. Might as well promote her to mage. I don't see a reason to put her through anything else. Yeah, she's not getting anything, she's in class modifiers. So we might as well put her through mage. Because that's just increases. Just class modifiers, because her base stats are already high enough. Oh no, she actually has a base value for luck. Cool. Not that that's going to be super important. But now she's got puffy shoulders. And that just leaves Violet. Thief or mercenary? Thief or mercenary? Well, let me check Serenus. Let me check Serenus. For 3 houses. Where is it? Characters, base stats, growth rates. Growth rates. Violet is pretty balanced. They have pretty balanced growths. They're all around 45. The exceptions being magic, death, and res. Everything else is 45. Let's see if I can get growth rates for classes. Thief has 10 for dex and speed and 5 charisma, whereas mercenary has 5 for strength, 5 for speed. Okay. So going thief will bring my speed and dex up to 55 and bring my charisma up to 50, but won't do anything for my strength. Whereas going for strength will bring my strength and speed up to 50, but my dex will remain at 5. My res is actually going to decrease to 25. And my charisma will also stay the same. So, as much as I want to use mercenary, because I think it personally looks very clean. I think it's a very clean looking class on pretty much every character. The ones that particularly stand out to me are both Byleth, male and female, but then also Felix. I think mercenary looks very clean on him. We will be going for thief. Because even though I might like the strength and dex growths, it comes with a negative, and even though I like the design better, I think the thief design looks really goofy. It's even worse than the Brigand one. The Thief design is, look, ripped clothing. The Brigand one looks pretty cool, all in all. Dimitri's a Brigand, right? Yeah, he looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure he'd look cooler as a lord like this, you know? Like, this is a pretty fire design. Unfortunately, it's sword and authority, and none of the lords use swords. So, and Byleth can't be a lord. I know I made Claude a lord once. I thought it looked cool. Yeah, I'll be going with Thief, I guess. The -5 res growth. You know what? I'll take not having a negative growth, or not having a deduction to one of my growths. Mage also gives negative growths to death, but I'm trying to get that on Dedu just because it'll boost his res stat. He has a minimum res stat. For example, if I were to promote him here, his res would go up to 5 instead of 2. So his class with his class modifier, instead of having 1 res, he'd actually end up having 4 res, which would be great. I could also put him through, if I wanted to spend that much time, I could put him through Warlock and get his res up to plus 15 or plus 13, but getting him to A rank Reason might be a bit of a struggle. Although he's pretty much on the path for Armor Knight already, so I might just start focusing on his Reason magic to make him a Warlock. That might be something to consider. Either way, we finished the map. I actually was worried that I might have to try again another time after we'd wipe, but it turns out we were able to make it through. We were able to make it through. Sword of the Creator took a beating. It's down to 10 durability, which isn't amazing, considering I don't think we have the stuff to upgrade. Actually, we did just get some Umbral Steel. That repairs heroes' weapons, right? Does it? Or does it need a Garthum? A Garthium? Whatever it's called. If it needs a Garthium or whatever, I'm gonna be very sad. And we also got the Lance of Ruin for Sylvain, so he'll be doing some damage. Most of the heroes' relics for Fargus seem to be based on, like, Irish or, like, Gaelic. I can't really, well, not really Gaelic. But, well, I guess. Just, like, Irish mythology. So, for that, like, Dimitri's lance being Aradbar, Ingrid's lance being Lewin, Lug, the King of Lions, all that good stuff. So I presume, at least, despite not having the same name, I like to headcanon that the Lance of Ruin is supposed to be Gaebolg, just because of its depiction, and Gaebolg's whole thing of, like, splitting into multiple points when stabbed, like, turning into a thorn type thing. And the Lance of Ruin is a very funky looking spear. So that's what I like to think of it as. But yeah, I think the next relic we'll be able to get probably, it's either going to be the Ashen Wolves, which I don't think that's possible for the time skip. I think it's time skip. And if it's not them, it's going to be Felix. Aside from Dimitri getting his after the time skip, I think it's going to be Felix next. And I don't look forward to his paralog. The paralog, I might even just skip it. Honestly. It depends, because it's really... I don't know how useful the Aegis shield is actually going to be. It's very heavy. It's cool because it gives him a ton of defense, like resistance and protection. And it does give him conditional Pavis, like a chance-based Pavis, and Aegis effect. But it'll really depend on if his strength and speed get really high, because if it's heavy. The Aegis shield is a very heavy accessory to wear. The Dew can't really take advantage of it, because I'm not on New Game Plus, so I don't have Dragon Sigils. So he can't really take advantage of it. The only person who can take advantage of the Aegis effect is Felix, and the only people who can use it without some sort of recoil are going to be Crest users. Which means if it's not Felix using it, the only other person who could probably take use of it would be Mercedes, since she doesn't really have to worry about attack speed, and the shield would just make her tankier. I wonder, can you unequip? Can you unequip? I don't know if you can do that. I'll have to test that sometime. If you can unequip an item and still have it in your inventory. But anyway, I'm gonna save here. And that will be all for this. That'll be all for today's stream. I think I'm gonna stick with this overlay. I know that we have this, which is full screened with less stuff on it. Chat appears and disappears. But even though it's less of a problem for Fire Emblem, I think I'm still gonna use the other one because I'm still worried about blocking things, like being here. I'm worried that I'm gonna block stuff. Like, when I do this, it's not like super important stuff, but like, I am blocking some stuff when I'm here. So, you know, like when I am blocking some things. Not necessarily important things, unless you care about close allies and stuff like that. But in battle, I might block stuff. Definitely not going to do it in Raincode, as much as I think it looks very clean to have it have Raincode full screen. I think I'm definitely going to block things if I do that. Especially with chat where it is, because this overlay was actually set up with triangle strategy in mind, and how triangle strategy was set up to really have, like, the text pop in at places where there was nothing on screen and, like, menus and things like that. So, I don't know. I know the other option is either making me small or putting me... Because I can, like, I can just float in the air if I really wanted to. If I really need to, I can just, like, shrink myself down to, like, here and just, like, float in the corner. But I feel like I'm blocking even more stuff now. And I feel like if I'm this small, it's kind of like, well, what am I even doing? If I'm this small in the corner, and like... I'm starting to blend in with the background. So. We got that. But for the most part, and also because I have this still set up as a game capture, not a spout capture, I think we'll stick with this. I think it's more convenient, being able to see the entire screen unobstructed. I know it's smaller, and it definitely makes, like, editing, like, clips like this harder, because I'm working with a very small picture of the game, but you know what? Can't win them all. And sometimes my hair will, just because I'm slightly over, will get caught when I'm zooming in on stuff, so. But I think it's plenty big to see things. I'm not really playing games with, like, really small text. If I were to ever play Xenoblade Chronicles X on stream, I probably would, not that it's on Switch, but I probably would use a full screen game capture with no overlay. Like this, just because the text in that game is microscopic. It is so small. And I feel like I wouldn't be able to see it on stream, because I can barely see it when I'm playing. So anyway. I'm waiting for the stream to catch up on a smaller device to look at the thing. Yeah, chat looks pretty good. I can see it clearly. I mean, I'm not on a phone, but I can see things pretty well. Things look like they alias well. That's always good. So, with that being said, this really is the end. This really is the end of this stream. Next time, if I stream tomorrow, I think it's gonna be Raincode. We gotta start investigating. I think I'll just do the investigation, and then we'll leave the actual, like, Mystery Labyrinth for a separate time, I'll do like one per. I don't really want to do two, like both parts in the stream, because it got really long last time. And I suspect they'll get longer in the future. I could be wrong about that. But I think I want to break those up into investigation, mystery lab, investigation, mystery lab. And then in the in-between stuff, I'll do in between. Like, not like off stream, but in between mysteries, I'll just play normally. And if we get to an investigation, I'll do it that stream if I've been progressing the story just by talking to people. I'll do that in that stream depending on how long it's taken. If it's been like 15 minutes and then it's like it's time for a new investigation, I'll just do it on that stream because there's no point in having a 15-minute stream. But if we've been going for a considerable amount of time, I might just end the stream early and then save the investigation for the next stream. Yeah, I think that's it. I got that 1-star rail event I have to do. I've done both of the Genshin events. I actually just did Mecha Melee yesterday. I did the whole thing yesterday. That was pretty good. The new combat event, man, is that hard difficulty hard. They really mean it when they say that it's the hard difficulty. I think my best time has been with like 20-ish, 25 seconds left. It's been rough. It's been rough. I've cleared them all though. I had to get a little creative. I really tried to brute force some things. But I found out that Raiden Shogun plus a team is good enough for pretty much all of them. The only one where that formula didn't fit, I even tried using Noelle for the most recent one, and she just couldn't do enough damage, which is really sad, because I like using Noelle. She's got some fun teams. But she just can't do enough damage. Or at least my Noelle can't. And it's really her supports that aren't supporting her enough. But the only time I didn't was the one where it was all Hydro enemies with Hydro auras, and I was like, this is free real estate for Yanfei. Yanfei's biggest thing is that she applies Pyro too fast to vape. They're permanently afflicted by Hydro. I can vape everything, and it was amazing. It was amazing. Hitting casual, like, 117k charge attacks. It was great. I loved it so much. It was so much fun. And I see why they got rid of that D-loot glitch. I was like, well, the glitch isn't that much of a glitch because it's really only super useful against enemies with permanent Hydro status because you couldn't apply Hydro fast enough. And then they put them in the Abyss, and then they had this event, and I was like, oh, that's why. Aside from it being like a really game-breaking unintended bug. But man, that makes me sad that they got rid of that. That was a really funny bug. Just being able to spam his skill constantly. That was really fun. Because of that, I've actually dug out my D-Luke, and he actually does decent damage for somebody who's not that invested. For somebody who has a mishmash Crimson Witch thing that I just have pieces lying around for, and has some fairly unleveled talents, he's doing decent damage, you know? But anyway, enough about Genshin and Star Rail, which I haven't really talked about. All that simulated universe stuff, I'm probably going to do that off stream. I haven't even done the new story quest, so I haven't even done like half the events because they're gated behind quests. But anyway, thank you all for watching. We did it. We slayed the Spire. Whatever other joke you want to make, slaying the Spire was the only one that I could think of. I guess our last Crusade is the continuation of this run. The last Crusade being a reference to, if I couldn't do it, I might have just like kind of soft blocked the game. And if that was the case, I was just gonna be like, well, that's too bad, and start it over. Probably off stream. But we made it through, so my suffering continues for another chapter. Only 18 more to go, including this one. Well, not including this one, only 18 more chapters to go. We'll get there eventually. I hope. But things are looking up now. You know, Ash is a brigand. Constance is a mage. Sylvain has the Lance of Ruin. Everybody's leveled up a little bit. Everybody's above level 10 except for Ingrid and the 2 characters I'm not using. So, by all counts, a massive success. So, yeah. I'm just gonna stop talking, you know? I've reached the point where the stream has continued on because I refuse to stop talking about random things as I close out the stream. So sometimes you just gotta look them in the eye and just end it, you know? Just say, it's done. It's over. I also found out, and I'm gonna have to check this. I put my game card in for 3 houses to start the stream, and I turned on my Switch, and apparently I didn't close ring code. It was just suspended. And I just yanked the card out of the Switch, and it was like, hey, make sure you always close your games before you remove them. And I was like, oh, I totally thought that I had already. So hopefully I wasn't like, I don't lose anything. I don't think I'll have any problems, but hopefully I don't lose anything. I'm pretty sure I saved. This is the sound of me moving the Elgato cord that connects to my computer. Unplug it, because I'm not going to use it anymore. These are the sounds, you probably can't hear them, of me turning things off and shutting them because I don't use them anymore because the stream is ending. This is the sound of me getting further away from the mic as I reach down to my surge protector to unplug my monitor because I don't have to use it anymore. And this is the sound of me hitting stop streaming. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Yes, goodbye.